the camera in a good position. Should be live now. D&D time. Alright, so you guys are traveling through the forest ridge. And you spend many, many hours every day hiking. And you're with your halfling companions, the six
Six
surviving
remaining
rangers.
halflings.
They were spread out around the party, moving through the forest, off to either side. Some out in front, some behind, and you're traveling in single file lines through these narrow trails that the halflings are showing you. Caspar is here. And Caspar, he's eyeing the halflings warily, and he's tracking to make sure that he knows if there's any big creatures nearby to be worried about. As you travel through the forest, you do see a ton of wildlife. You see giant insects. You see animals. There's packs of hunting jackals roaming about. They make sort of a hyena cackle off in the wilderness. You hear it out there. They're a little woollier than a jackal, sort of like a mountain wolf and jackal combined, with a little psionic power thrown in. Caspar tells you a little bit about the animals. He can recognize the animal calls that they're making off in the distance. He's like, those are jackals. Not much to worry about. You can identify him by the sound alone. Caspar, he's very friendly since his face was healed. He says, sometimes when I would look at my scars, it would be a constant reminder of the pain I'd endured. I'm grateful for the healing powers that you've used on me.
Praise the Lord of Flames!
It's helped me find solace amid the darkness that lingers within.
May the flame illuminate the darkness.
Is it okay to do a search around Ninja during this time?
Well, alright, so you're in travel mode right now, so searching can be your travel activity instead of collecting herbs and things.
Oh, well, that's what I was going for.
Okay, yeah, you just want to gather herbs? Alright. So everybody that wants to do a travel activity, you can roll for it now.
I
Just one point of painting the picture in my mind here. The forest cover is still pretty much complete, right?
Yeah.
So the canopy is, I mean, so when we were seeing those jackals, like, they might be like dodging between some underbrush, but mostly this is all under the shadow of the glade of total sky cover.
You are in the ancient forest. All you can see around you is trees as far as the eye can see. Your view is pretty obscured in all directions. Occasionally you can see movement, like a line of giant ants or something. Up ahead, or up in the trees, you can hear the buzzing wezzers flying around, giant hornet-like things.
I rolled a 31.
31 to gather herbs. Alright. You looking for more of
27
the
for perception.
Black Lotus, the poison?
Yeah, that's what we've been finding.
Alright. Okay, so as you're investigating, you spot a patch of black flowers, and the patch of black flowers are kind of like up on a little bit of a rocky outcropping surrounded by trees, and it's the hillside that it's on is surrounded by brambles and other plants, and it seems like it's going to require some bushwhacking to carve your way through to get up to it.
I ask in the crowd, in the group, if somebody could help me, because it seems like there's an interesting type of flower in there.
I would love to help. I didn't realize that investigate was an option for travel, so that's something that I would like to do as well.
That was a survival,
Mage hand.
Oh, it was a survival? That's much different.
but
Yeah, he's doing the activity called Hunt and Forage, which is a wisdom survival check.
Darn. Okay. Is there anything that uses investigation?
Investigate.
Mage hand the flower.
I don't think so.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll just keep on doing my regular survival checks, and don't forget you said mage hand the flower.
Okay, But this is a point of interest, so if you wanted to investigate here, you could.
Oh,
Just
okay.
as like an activity.
Gotcha. Then I will do that now.
Maybe you'll find a better way to get in.
26 on investigate. That's
Okay.
about as high as it gets.
So, Creus can tell, or Grimorn can tell, that if he wants to get to that flower up there, he needs to bushwhack past all those plants. You investigate the hillside a little bit, and you notice that those plants, they're peculiar. Like in the brambles, there's this other plant growing in there, and they have these flowers that are kind of vivid, bright purple, and they're on these like big spiny pods. They're just like ripe to bursting. Like there's juices just leaking out of them a little bit. Anyway, you can tell that's poison weed.
Yeah, I was gonna ask Caspar to help identify this.
Yeah, Caspar says, "Oh, you've spotted poison weed. You should keep your distance. Those things will explode if you get close to them."
Hmm. That's good to know. Can we detonate them in safety?
Yeah, you could probably use ranged attacks. And Caspar pulls out his bow, and he'll shoot one of them.
Is a 10
Oh, it's
foot
that
reach
big
good
of a
enough?
pod, huh?
Yeah. They're basically like biological hand grenades, and when you get close, they explode.
Huh. Okay, that big. Okay.
So
Can,
when
can
he
Taurus
pops
just
one of them,
pop them with a 10-foot range?
no. When Caspar pops it, an enormous cloud of spores comes out of it, and Caspar says, "You don't want to be inhaling any of that."
Hmm.
Do you know what they do?
I catch them on fire to see what happens.
It's poisonous. Okay. Well, if you set fire to these plants, there's a chance you'll burn up the ones that you wanted to harvest.
Oh, forget about it. There's that close, huh?
They are very close. They're all on one hillside.
And there's many of them.
Like, the plant you want is at the top of the hill, and the entire hill is covered in this other plant that is explosive and toxic.
Okay, another question.
I believe
my
ring sight-
cyanide feature, does that produce actual physical effects? Or does it only work on like biological things with the brain?
Yeah, you create, like, a manifestation. So, because you're...
So it's an actual physical thing
Yeah,
that I
it-
can like hit these
like,
plants with.
For the moment that you're throwing the dagger, it's a real dagger, and then it disappears.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
I believe Ringside wanted to try Mage Hand to collect the plant.
I think Ninja said no way, it's not
Oh,
happening.
it's
No, I
not
think he
possible.
was talking to no way to me. Ninja
Oh.
was replying to me on that. Ninja hasn't replied to Taro's idea yet.
Where did he say that?
He
a
said
while
that
back.
earlier before we talked about
I
the
did.
explode.
Out loud.
And I was trying to remind you of that fact as well.
Okay. You fetch the flowers with Mage Hand. That'll work.
Hooray.
Alright, so you've harvested
Fucking
10. 10 of these black lotus
All right.
flowers.
Give them to Gabon.
This is like more than you found in any other bunch. This is like the biggest group of them that you found yet. He rolled
We
really
got
high on that.
24 of these black lotus poison flower.
Wait, what do you want with that?
I want to be able to grow them in tier.
Why?
Well, wait. Wouldn't that require? Hold on, I
A
don't
lot
have
of
the knowledge
lushness
nature
like
to
this
answer that.
forest?
Never mind. Forget I said anything. I don't know that.
We have people that can help growing the plants. But
Yeah,
it's,
but
it's
why do
only
you want this plant?
it's a rare plant, and it doesn't grow in our part of the world.
See us
So-
here.
I
Hey,
see it.
Hey, you made it.
So Orwell or Orin can have some poison to throw at people. or-
Also,
That would be interesting.
we don't know. There's many reasons. Maybe this cures a special disease or something.
This is a very good find. I'm interested to see what comes of this.
What?
Oh, that reminds me, Ninja.
Yeah.
The air drake, how's it doing?
Ah, the air
Air
drake.
Drake, he said.
He's well fed and in a playful mood.
What does that translate to?
He's sort of doing like young, like hopping on things, practicing like pouncing, like basic hunting things.
You know what? That's what I want to do. I don't care. I'm not really great at the foraging piece, but what if I could help train and play with the air drake, other drake?
Yeah, that sounds good.
We can't
You do
tame
have
it.
animal handling.
We
I
can't.
have animal handling.
We,
I have the herding tool skills, and I've
So,
also got
we can't train it at the moment.
well, he can't train it, but I will allow him to make an animal handling check while you travel to make it like an easier time to bring it with you, so that it doesn't wander away or hunt something or get off the track. He can
That-
kind of try to guide it.
That's a better use of my abilities. I will do that now
I will also do this.
when my dice works again.
I'll help him do it.
Okay.
He can help me. I don't know.
If you're gonna do the help thing, you have to roll a d20, beat a DC 10, and that'll give him advantage on his roll.
Minimum roll is 16. I rolled a
16.
15, but minimum is 16.
Do you want me to roll for you, Taro?
Yes.
Success. All right.
So
Well-
roll again.
You get advantage on this because he helped.
Nope, no change.
Okay.
But thank you.
Still, decent job. Not exceptional, but you keep him in line and he doesn't get upset or wander off or anything like that while you're traveling. So a full 10 hours of traveling to the southwest through the deep forest, and then night starts to fall. The sky becomes dim and red and sort of orangey and then fades to purple, and the snow begins to fall and it covers the ground, and it comes to the time where you would need to set up camp. So many of the halflings, they come in with some wood that they've gathered and begin building a campfire.
Do I perceive anything with the 27 while we're walking?
You perceive many animals nearby. Caspar can sense them as well, and he finds some tracks nearby, and he says, I think that's Zatal there. That'd be a tasty meal. Wonder if I could catch one. I'll be back, and he steps off into the woods. Several of the halfling have done as well.
Just for my own mental image here, I keep forgetting. I do see the snow, but I thought it was a mistake at first. Just because we're so high up, we got the snow.
So you're at extreme elevation. Every morning it is misty with a light rain. Every evening there's snowfall and at least an inch or two.
While it's cold, I do when they're cooking, we use the pot so everybody can have a resistance to the cold.
All right.
Now, is it mostly like deciduous or coniferous forest here? It's not a rainforest, but it's a jungle, though. You said. I'm just trying to get my mental images right.
It did say in the text last time. I'm always bad
Maybe
with
it's a
like
mix.
tree names. There is a mix of different kinds of trees here.
Okay. Anyway, okay. I was just trying to make some different images work in my head, but I got you.
Yeah, just looking for the text. I don't see it. It's buried in there somewhere. Several pages back.
Okay, it's fine. It's fine.
Okay, so you guys make camp. Does anybody want to watch?
I'll keep watch,
Yeah.
but also Ninja. Why can't I find the server anymore?
It's Where's
Did you look
Joe?
for Krius? Krius is hosting.
Was that what we're looking for?
You can't find the server.
Yeah, like I can't find
Still
any
called
server.
Ninja.
Toggle friends only. Maybe. Or I could try an invite to you.
Oh, you have to reinstall everything. Huh?
Is the condition clear visibility? Because if it is, then I can roll with advantage with my eagle eyes.
Probably not. He said there was mist at dusk and dawn, so
There is Don't we have like this eyeglass or something that allows us to see through things?
I thought that thing just lets you see magical stuff. You're talking about the mono lens thing,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that lets you see magical stuff. Doesn't let you see with advantage on perception rolls.
Yeah, it's like a detect invisibility.
The eagle eye thing that I have, it lets you see roll with advantage for perception checks, but
You're
it
breathing
says it
pretty
only
heavy
works
into the
within
microphone,
your
Skywell.
visibility.
Oh, breathing into the mic.
Yep.
Sorry.
It's like a horror movie. Getting stalked by the horror movie monsters going. Okay, so yeah, what did you roll for being on watch?
I'll have to roll on the server because it's the server. Right? 19.
Okay, so Sia watches for a couple hours. Anybody else?
Wait,
I'll
hello,
do middle watch.
I'll
Roll it.
I'll do third watch. Ninja,
What do you get?
ninja.
There we go. I found it. There, I got a 19. And I'm in.
Cool. Congrats.
Ninja, is the condition of the weather clear or no?
It's snowing.
Oh, okay, so no.
It's not a heavy snow. It's sort of a light snow. So it's not a whiteout where it would totally obscure your vision, but it's like a rainfall. It provides a little bit
Right.
of obscurement,
Okay.
and it kind of muffles the sound a little bit.
18 is my basic perception.
Okay. Let's see. Dede is sitting by the fire here. Some of his hunters are out gathering food. You don't notice any monsters trying to ambush the party, so that's good. The night passes rather uneventfully. Alright, let's see.
Hello there. Children.
Joe, what's up? I was trying to get your attention earlier, but you did not respond.
I was here.
Alright.
I was also not here.
So Dede's pulling out her story stone, or no, his story stone, the storyteller stone of his people, and he begins telling tales of hunting mighty beasts in the forest. And in many of these tales, the forest is knocked unconscious. All of the halflings cheer. They sing these songs about tipping their weapons with the black tar and cooking the sleepy monsters. It seems to be like a big point of their culture, the black tar and cooking the monsters that have fallen to sleep. They have all sorts of sayings
My
about
Wi-Fi broke for a second. What happened?
the halflings. They're telling stories and cooking food and sort of having a pretty good time during the rest period for several hours. Many of them sleep. They're trying to get some rest for the long day that's going to follow.
I tell them of our encounter with the giants over the campfire. We were brought in a cage across the Silt Sea, and we fought silt horrors.
Oh, they love stories, and she'll add every story you tell to the storyteller's stone.
I start telling them a story about myself and Ulrich last night.
What?
Okay. In the morning, Day Day is concerned. Day Day
I had
says
background music.
that Loki didn't return, and begins talking about taking some of the halflings to look for Loki.
Nope, nope, not a can locate object and
I could probably help look for it.
locate object
I heard you. What object on Loki?
is what's something they never take off.
His bow.
Sure, his weapons.
It says describe or name an object that is familiar to you. So you say Loki's weapon. Let's see. Nothing happens.
Is there any trails?
Sending spell.
You try a sending spell at Loki. Nothing happens.
I'm
Like
gonna
I'm
try
saying,
to.
separate plane.
He was in our camp, right?
He was one of the halflings that went hunting for Zatal in the night.
I'm gonna
He was
roll
over
a
there.
That's not great.
I'm gonna roll a survival to see if I can find his trail. With a
I will
17.
assist you.
All right.
Well, I'll assist you.
You quickly find his trail. It goes off to the north.
Uh, that's the direction they went for. If you want to find your friend.
All right. The halflings nod their heads and they set off in that direction to search. And all of them are going to make their survival checks to check for tracks.
29.
At least one of them gets a critical. You got a 29. You find the trail leads to a small clearing, a secluded clearing not too far away from the party. And then they just stop.
Oh,
Probably in a
Did
separate
it
plane. of
disappear
existence.
completely?
They just stop. Like it gets to that point and then there's no more footprints.
I take in the opening. I take a look in the air to see if there's something flying.
You look up into the canopy of trees. High above there are weather buzzing around. Maybe a hive high up in the trees, but nowhere nearby.
Is there any creatures we know of that could take someone to a separate plane of existence?
I'm gonna investigate
Or
the
any
ground and
plane of
see if
existence?
maybe they.
I
jump
Yeah,
under.
I wanna investigate. I was gonna say investigate.
Because if
22.
locate object and everything isn't working, is it because it's not on this plane?
There could be traps.
But isn't that impossible for Dark Sun? You can't really go to other planes of existence.
I mean, there's the fire plane and other stuff like that.
Well, he's
Possible.
dead if he's there.
He's dead.
Locate
There's no
object
coming
might not be
back.
working because he's not familiar with.
Morg notices a
Or that he's dead.
a round depression in the grass, and that's all.
There might be a traps around.
Who had the most hit
Fresh?
points?
Is it like the
I'd
ground
like to make a
was
perception
like
check
dug up, or
real quick.
Cast divination.
Now it's more like if you set a barrel on the grass and it flattened all the grass for like a couple hours, and then you took the barrel away. It's just the grass is just pressed flat in a circular
some-
patch.
Would it? Does locate
I
object like
suspect
items and
something like was just waiting here and then pounced on him swiftly.
I have
wait,
Is-
Tara.
high perception.
Where the
Tara's good.
footprint
Divinations.
stopped, does it look like there was any struggle on that point?
Nope.
Or any blood?
No struggle, no blood. Nothing but
Alright,
some footprints
hasn't
leading
done-
to nothing.
Who hasn't done something? It's your turn.
I'll roll an investigation.
Divination.
Does locate object work if the items like in pieces or dissolved or something like that?
If the object was destroyed, it could not locate it.
Mm.
It has to exist to be
Divination
found.
spell.
Who hasn't done something? I will.
Divination.
I'll roll an
Uh,
investigation.
Find
So
divination.
I could try to track him, but I can't do better than what's already been done. I mean, I could make a meaningless roll, but that's about it. I mean, I'm ready to go off with the other halflings to go searching, but
All right. So
What
ringside,
about the
you are
divination?
going to ask your god a single question. What is your question?
What has happened to the halfling and his location?
I
Okay.
thought it had to be like a yes or no.
You tried this once
No,
before.
that's a different thing. It's a cryptic question.
This time your divination says, a trap the halfling fell into and fell forever, pulled apart into the nothing.
Mm.
Anybody want to check for traps?
I mean,
So
considering
this
what he
is
listed, I feel
perhaps-
like it's gonna be a good idea to
Well,
check
I
for
found a depression over here in the grass,
You
but
didn't check for traps.
um,
You investigated the area. You didn't check for traps.
Somebody look
If
for a
you're-
trap.
This
If
is
you,
creepy.
if you just do an investigation, it doesn't actually mean you're like looking for traps. You actually have to declare I'm looking for traps.
They're picking us
like-
off one by one. Well, them
So
all.
like when you guys
and
when we do an
I look for
investigations,
traps
we
on
actually
the
have to like
grass
specify what
depression.
we're looking for.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a good idea in general to always say what you're trying to do with your
So like if
skill.
I'm looking for loot and I say I'm
Yeah,
doing an
that-
investigation for loot,
What?
That's a bad roll.
you're not gonna find traps. You're gonna find loot or not.
I tell somebody else to look at this grass patch. What do you think of it? It's depressed.
It's real.
What do
I think
you
we
make of
need
it?
some
Is that a
emotional
very
trap,
depressing.
guys?
I think it needs some emotional support. You should talk to him more.
Caspar looks
You're
at
just-
it and he says, I think maybe gray aliens were involved.
oh my
Mm.
gosh.
Aliens.
Look at
What
this
are
crop
those? I've never
circle.
heard of those before.
Yeah, I got a 15
I have my
for
Sarah,
survival.
don't you have a,
You've never
don't you
heard
have a
of
spell you can?
You've never heard of the aliens that abduct people in the night? I hear they do
Nah.
strange experiments on their booties.
Taro,
Not
don't you
in
have a
this
spell
world.
you can like ask your god a yes or no question?
I already used that, and I'm currently just sending my beasties and elementals to scour the ground looking for what this is might be,
Of course. What
or
does
use
your
their
big
super
brain
senses.
intelligence
Yeah.
circlet tell you?
I said I think he's been taken.
I'll turn around to the halflings and say, "What do you want to do now? Last time we did something, you complained about it."
All right.
Really? That's how you say it?
Yeah.
Whoa!
Dede is
Oh,
going
aggressive.
to think hard for a minute, and Dede is going to shrug and say, can do nothing. Must go on. Perhaps Loki will catch up. Perhaps Loki is just, busy. Nothing can be done about it. Let us continue on.
Because
I'm
I value the
surprised
truth,
they-
I'm telling you what my magic told me.
I'm surprised they're not more torn about it like their friends were torn up by those sloths.
You can tell they're pretty upset about it, but Dede is like, let's just keep moving. It's better to keep going than to dwell on it.
Mhm.
I would like to roll stealth, and I'll tell Ulrich to do the same. Try to do the same, I guess.
So
Search
are we
for
trying
words.
to go stealthy now as a group?
I'm not doing good. I'm at a 9.
Some of the
Anybody got
halflings
some?
are whispering to each other in hushed tones in halfling. Nobody can
Um,
understand the halflings.
Is there a lot of tall grass in the area?
Lots
where
of
we
tall
are?
grass all over the place, for sure.
So I'm going to do a perception check to see if something might be moving in there.
All right.
Like if some of the tall grass is moving in the wrong direction or whatever.
Don't go into the long grass.
Well,
We're never
I'll
gonna come
take
out.
point. I'll take point, and I'll do
I get a 15. Well, minimum 19. Ninja.
Okay, you don't see anything moving in the grass bigger than a mouse.
Have you guys not seen Lost World Jurassic Park? Don't go into the long grass.
Well, it's mostly
I'm going to cast
trees.
Pass Without a Trace on everybody.
There's only really grass in like the
Thank you.
little
I
open
love you.
areas.
Oh, I thought it
That's
was
my
an
nat
opening.
20 for stealth. I'm taking point. 33.
Okay. So moving as
Is,
the
is that with
vanguard,
the plus 10?
you move very quietly and stealthily.
So 43
Okay, I'm
for
gonna
stealth.
establish a new rule now.
Yeah.
No
Oh.
halfling is allowed outside of our sight.
Ninja, I can finally
We
do
kind of
this.
already said that, and he still went out to go hunt the thing.
Hey, they were hungry.
Ninja.
What are they gonna eat? They don't carry food with them.
Wait, let us go hunt, and you stay at the camp.
All right. What's up, Steve?
Ninja, I can
They're
do something.
independent.
I can
Independent.
finally use
women.
this spell. It's been sitting here for. I know speak with animal.
Oh, you know, speak.
Is there
with
any
them.
animals nearby?
Ooh,
All right.
Mmm.
that's good.
Looking for an
Very
animal.
Are we even?
Insects,
That's a
I think
smart
they're
idea.
considered.
I am the Lorax. I speak for
Are
the
we-
trees. And they're speaking.
Are
Out
we
of the
even
box.
close?
Out of the box.
I like the
Are,
animal.
are
They
we?
speak.
Are we even close to the halfling tribe that we're trying to get to with these halflings?
It could be days away.
Oh,
I wanna-
okay. Because I have a weird sneaking suspicion that we're just gonna run out of halflings by the time we get there, and it was like no
Oh my
point in
gosh.
bringing them.
It's gonna be us, and it's like, hey guys, how's it going?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just
so
saying,
We're gonna
if
run out
they
of
weren't so
halflings.
spellcaster phobic, Liam's tiny hut would prevent all this.
You can see that there are Zatel scampering about in the trees. They're little lizards. They crawl around on the branches.
Hmm. I want. Oh wait. How? What's the closest one I can get to?
He's scampering around on the branches of a nearby tree.
What's his intelligence?
You probably have to climb to get to him.
is it?
Zatal are incredibly stupid. They're not bright at all. But they are fast and good jumpers.
Do they have an intelligence score of 3?
No.
Lower?
1.
Not gonna
Um,
work.
Does it have to be a smarter animal, or will that work?
Yeah, I think it's minimum of 3 or something.
Okay, so you need to find something smarter than a Zatal that's in the area.
Can I make a roll? What roll would that be? Nature? Try to find something?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, I didn't roll Origs. No. She rolled a disadvantage, right? Since she's wearing heavy armor.
I guess so. Yeah.
Anyone here good at nature, or am I just going
I'm
at
good
it?
at nature. What do you
Really?
need help?
I will loan you.
Wait,
I got a
Nature-
plus 8
I
nature.
will loan you Omen's life sense so you can find something better.
Pimping them
I was
out.
thinking I could be
Watch
melee
out.
useful.
Okay.
He's a pimp.
Melee useful.
The
He's a pimp.
smartest thing around here would probably be a Kier. The Kier are all over the place.
A Kier?
A Kier.
So a six-legged tiger. But
Yeah.
Oh, is it close by?
Kier are
Origs plus
sort of
2.
ambush hunters, so he's probably hiding somewhere in the tall grasses.
Yeah, my nature is not good. I think it's intel.
can I maybe find a cure? If this is a goal of ours, can I, in taking point as we travel through the forest or jungle, using not nature but stealth and perception, find a cure?
Well,
Maybe a survival tracking.
while you're moving stealthy, you
Ulrig's got a 12 at disadvantage.
Ninja was trying to talk.
Sorry.
you would spot enemy creatures before they would see you because you're stealthing. So that would be a way to spot them, but it kind of relies on whether you encounter one or not.
Can I do a survival check to maybe track one?
Yeah, you can do a survival check to look for tracks. That's a faster method.
I'll do one.
Taurus has
Oh,
a
shit.
19,
I got a
and
32
Ulrig has a
ninja.
22.
32. All right, yeah. There are tracks, and you can find them and follow them. It's a detour, though.
Yeah, I'll let you guys know where I found tracks of that animal.
All right.
So you can try to track it, Oren.
You spend an hour tracking down the Kier. The Kier is hiding in a tree. It's about 400 feet away. And
And we already know its presence there.
it's like the middle of the afternoon, and it's just kind of lazily just hanging out in the tree, although it blends in pretty well in the foliage.
What do they normally eat?
Meat.
Just any meat?
Yeah.
Halflings.
Yeah, do we have a halfling to spare?
I mean,
Oh my
they're not really native to here. They wouldn't really eat halflings normally.
Normally. What
Yeah,
about sauteed, baked?
they'd eat everything. They were driven here from the Mantis
By
territories.
the air drakes. Oh, I thought they came from the air drake.
Well, they were driven there as well. So they're being generally driven towards the mountains. Through the forest towards the mountains. But their actual homeland is in the plains where the mantises come from. The Thrycreen.
Is there any meat we can give it that we can bribe it with, guys?
I got some meat.
Okay, so you're going to lure the Kier down with meat and attempt to talk to it. What do you say?
Yeah.
Okay. What do I ask it?
Kitty.
I'd like to use animal handling to try to assist with this process, and maybe not use quite so much meat. But there we go.
I want to brought it to inspire him.
Oh my gosh!
I
Come
can
on, dice
assist.
roller, you can do it.
I can assist you if you want.
It's very lagged. There we go. You guys go ahead and assist. And
Not sure
then I
if
will
that's
get.
helpful, Taurus.
Okay, so current rolls a 16. If somebody assists me,
Inspire.
nope, it won't
Yeah, I
matter.
got a
It won't
20.
matter.
Okay, so you soothe the animal so that it doesn't freak out, and you offer it the meat, and it comes down out of the tree to eat the meat, and then you're gonna ask it a question while it's eating.
What specifically should I ask it, or is it just anyone got any ideas, or is it just do you know?
Well, have you seen a halfling being taken away from here?
Yes. Have you seen a little person being taken away, or anything happening to a little person around here?
Have you seen any of the dangerous bugs?
Okay, the Kier is going to say, the little men hunt the tall in the tall grass. The other one leaves a hole. Halfling falls in the hole and disappears. Then the other one leaves.
Wait, another halfling?
Oh wow!
So he fell in a hole where the step stopped.
So the Kier reports that the halfling was hunting, and there was somebody else there, and that other person
Hunting the halfling.
That other person was
Laying a
hunting
trap
the
for him.
halfling and left a trap that he fell into.
Was this other person little or big?
And the Kier says other was big.
Big.
How big? And I point to Taurus. Or like us.
I didn't do
Uh,
nothing.
No, the Kier says big as you.
It's me? Okay. Normal size.
You're normal size?
He's human size.
Yeah, I'm human size. I'm medium.
The
Yeah.
Kier is also a medium creature, but it's low to the ground, so all of you are sort of taller than it, but it's longer.
Okay, I'll tell the halflings that with our mystic powers we figured out what happened to their friends.
Who could be hunting a halfling in these jungles?
Wait, with locate object, when it means familiar, does that mean you have to have laid eyes on it?
Yeah, you definitely. It helps if you've seen it and can describe it.
Okay.
Maybe we should go and try to inspect that trap in the ground.
Well, there wasn't really a trap in the ground. There was a depression where maybe something had been laying there.
Okay.
It had flattened out the grass, but whatever it was.
You
is
mean
gone.
like maybe like a dimension door, or like a pocket hole?
Wait, what does Dimension Door look like? I've casted it before. So, Ninja, what does it look like?
I always imagine it as a vertical line appears and then it widens into a sort of rectangular doorway that you can step through and then it closes. I always imagine the spellcaster can kind of choose the direction that it opens up from, like up
We
or
should
down or left or right.
We should have used that scope
He pulled
thing.
some.
I mean, I got 10 minutes of
He
this.
pulled
Any other
some
questions?
dimensional tricks.
Any other questions, guys? I got 10 minutes of this, and it's going to be a pretty awkward conversation. I'm just silent.
Well, the Kyr's gonna finish his meat, and these are solitary creatures, so he's going to sort of drag it off into the bushes in a way.
Oh, guess no more questions.
Well, maybe you
Yeah,
want
I
to
was
be a
going to
friend.
ask you to tell us about how it was pushed out here, but it's fine. We already kind of know that answer to that question.
Well,
Yeah,
why
the
don't we
berserk
go where
mantises.
the steps stopped? See if we can find other trails, and maybe with that spyglass that we have, we can use, and we'll be able to see something.
Okay, you backtrack. You reinvestigate the area. You use your spyglass. It doesn't reveal any invisible or hidden creatures nearby.
Is there any other trails?
There are trails, but they're like animal trails, just like the one you were on. The halflings had showed to you.
Could it be another slot? Is there trails of a slot around here?
Nah, sloths always hop from tree branch to tree branch. They don't really like leave a trail on the ground so much.
Who wants to go and walk in the field over here? I jump on the flying carpet and I go over the trees.
Yeah.
And I want to see from the height what if there's anything.
Okay.
Maybe even a building or a cave.
So you go high above the trees and you get a lay of the land. You can see the tall mountains scattered all around and the valleys. It's a really stark contrast where there's these really narrow valleys between incredibly tall mountains all over the place. And from your vantage point, you can see sort of like the contours of the ground and how it elevates up to a mountainous height off in the distance and the fog and everything, but you don't really see any buildings, just a lot of
No-
trees as far as the eye can
No,
see.
no smoke, maybe from a fire.
Nope, no smoke from a campfire, nope.
Hey, Ninja.
Yeah.
What are the consequences of not sleeping?
Level of exhaustion?
Do they send one
Okay,
halfling
I'm
out
just
a
gonna.
day?
You're gonna stay up all night. You're gonna do a stakeout, huh?
Do they send like one halfling like every night, or do they all just spread out?
It's kind of free form. If the halflings are hungry, they'll hunt.
Oh,
Like if they run out of food and they need something to eat.
I was thinking I could animate. Wait, no, I can't animate objects. Shit, never mind. Who's the person again who I have to be wary about knowing I'm a spellcaster? What was his name?
Cass.
Caspar.
The ghost.
Look, at this point, if our guides aren't worried about it, then I think we've tried to find it. We've tried to find their friend, and it's not been successful.
I agree. Our guide already said, let's keep moving. Fuck 'em.
Dede says the halflings believe that there's a. Or no, maybe. No, Caspar says the halflings believe that there's a tribe of their kind called the Life Stealers. No one's ever seen one, but sometimes halflings disappear while they're out hunting or scouting for foreigners. The Life Stealers are invisible and silent.
A tribe, but from what the animal described, it was just one guy and it wasn't a halfling.
That's all I've heard.
Maybe
Any
that
guesses, guys?
tribe is not seen
the
because it is just
boogeyman.
one person.
I mean, I think we shouldn't believe this legend because no one's laid eyes upon one. So I mean, it could not be halflings. It could be something else. How long is this? How long have y'all been hearing this story?
Of the Life Stealers?
Yeah.
Oh, for years. See, the halflings, they don't believe that one halfling could ever kill another halfling. But clearly it would happen in any society. People have differences and squabbles.
That was my first thought, was that it was another halfling that killed him. But then you said that it was a tall person.
They
That
have
was
such an
with him.
elaborate system of dealing with dispute through conversation and dispute resolution that they think it would be, like, unheard of for one halfling to murder another. So the life stealers are kind of a myth.
Maybe it was 3 halflings in a trench coat.
I was
There
thinking
you
that,
go.
like,
There
they're
you go.
stacked on top of each other, like the
For the horse costume.
Oh man. I hate you so much. That sounds like a good idea.
I'm about to
There's
walk
no
off
way
to
this-
a cafe car, but I left some instructions on what I'm doing while I'm going in the chat.
All right. So, your monsters are remaining. Monster to each remaining halfling, elemental, carpet, drakeling, Terax, and myself, to make sure they remain alive. In the case of all but the elemental, not at the cost of their own lives. All right, fair enough. You give orders to all of the creatures. So you actually have a whole day of travel. You burned a couple hours doing your investigation, but you travel for an additional 8 hours, and night falls, and you don't encounter any creatures along the way. And it comes
Is
time
it
to
still
make
snowing
camp.
today?
Wait,
Not in the
Ring
afternoon.
Taro.
At night it does snow again.
Taro, can you see through Omen's eyes? Is he like a familiar or
It's not.
awesome?
No,
Just a regular animal.
Do you like set Omen to patrol in case he sees something?
Aye.
I set him to guard a specific halfling so that we don't lose anyone.
Okay.
Buddy system.
Are any of the halflings saying they want
Yes.
to leave? Or are they going to stay in the camp today?
Okay, Day told the halflings to stay close by the fire and not to get lost. Day is nervous. Day eventually does go to sleep, though. But then hops
I'm gonna
up at
take
some
first watch.
point when he hears a twig snap.
Ooh.
28.
Morg
Do
hears
I
it as
also
well.
hear the twigs?
All right, so Morg and Day they both hear a sound. Day hops up. Peering into the shadows, you can see a dark form moving swiftly away from the camp. Day calls out, and the movement stops. Apparently, 2 of the halflings were sneaking away from the camp with all of the leftover food from the previous night's hunt.
Are you serious?
Day barks an alarming barrage of chattering sounds, and the 2 scouts return to the campsite with downcast eyes.
Do your troop normally sneak off with food? Is this normal behavior?
Day shakes his head and says something in halfling, and then translates that they are cowards. They think the life stealer will claim them all.
Well, that's why we're here, so just stay around us, because every time you guys leave, something picks one of you off.
What was the plan? Just run off with the food and hope they can make it back?
Yeah, they think the party's
Yeah.
being stalked by the life stealers. They were just gonna take the food and run.
That's a stupid idea.
Normal. Wait, what
Now,
races
if
can we
they-
rule out?
Can I ask Caspar to translate for me?
Sure.
I want to stand up in front of them and show my muscles
Uh-huh.
and tell them I'm Taurus Great Hunter. Nothing hunts me. I hunt everything. You stay by me. I tell the halflings they stay by me. I protect. And I show Ulrich and tell she protect. We protect. You safe. Maybe that helps them.
All right. Let's see. Has it improved the morale? I rolled an 11. The coward halflings that wanted
You
to
want
run
me to-
away have downcast
You want me to do
eyes.
you want me to do like a persuasion check?
Nah, that's all right.
can
Caspar's gonna
try.
say, I'm beginning to be believe that myth of the life stealers.
So now we still have 5 halflings.
You still have
Yes.
5 halflings.
Okay, just making
Would it be
sure.
fucked up to use one as bait?
That's why I'm in front. We don't have them as part of our psionic network. We don't have them as part of our psionic conference call.
Caspar is going to comment, they're so focused on their own racial unity. They must have some way of explaining it when one of them abandons the others. A superstition of the life stealers.
Or
I
just
mean,
fear.
we can set up camp, use one as bait, and I can like cast invisibility, and then see what happens.
All right, the stakeout begins. Everybody is like watching a halfling, and you go throughout the entire night.
Can I cast invisibility while I'm stalking by?
You're invisible. The halflings are on guard. Many of them are light sleepers or sleep for very few hours.
We have somebody should use that. Who has
Can I get
the
a halfling to
eyeglass
ride my
thingy should
shoulder?
use it.
I was waiting for that. I thought you were gonna throw them all in your backpack and call it a day.
No, I was like, can I
They
like
would
treat them like
suffocate
kids
and
and have
die.
them ride our back, me and Ulrich?
Yeah,
Just
if
like
you want
right
to.
on our shoulders.
That's fine.
So is there one that I've been talking to? Because I feel like I would talk to a couple of them or something. Like try to talk
You were telling
and use
stories
like
to Day Day?
Hey, Ninja.
well doing little words, like small words. Like try to learn little halfling words that I can talk to them somehow. Like I don't know specific words, but like anyways. I'll try to put one on my shoulders if they'll let me.
Sure.
Let them ride around. Still tall.
They already think of you as an animal. Now you are a riding animal, and they're quite excited.
Yeah. Large.
Ninja.
Yeah.
I rolled a 10 on my on a divine intervention.
You want your god to do something.
Yeah, I ask if he can guide us towards our missing friend.
The missing halfling has been destroyed. Nothing is left.
Ask him to
could've
kill
done
the
that?
thing that's hunting the halflings. Burn them.
How can he be destroyed?
They
Easy.
fell in a void.
Just like that in an instant.
He probably got dropped into a pocket dimension. Like, I mean, they're halflings. They could fit into a bag of holding. You know.
He got
That
put
was
in
kinda
one of those
something I
like
was
little
thinking of,
Looney
too.
Tune holes on the ground.
That is quite the unfortunate end.
Yeah. Your god of
Yes,
flame
but-
reports that the halfling is dead. His spirit rests on the other side.
JD says we should not linger on it. Let us follow their customs as they lead us to the other halfling tribe.
Yeah,
Even
mostly
if that
he's
leaves
trying
them
to make
dead?
the others not worry so much by keeping them busy. That afternoon, Caspar says, I need to get me some meat. And he goes off into the woods. Ooh, nat 20 on his hunting check. He comes back with enough food for 8 people.
Wow.
See, halflings, there's so much food. Just stay here, you'll be fine.
Alright.
Well, let's try to keep on going on our tracks and
So-
we have a destination.
We're into the next day here. Caspar did that hunting roll for food early on, like right after you made camp. He did hunting, and then you guys can continue on. All right.
I'm gonna do my survival for that day,
You do your survival check.
and I get a
I'm gonna do
32.
perception.
32. All right.
Oh, 18 perception.
I rolled a 20 and you rolled a 1.
And then the next day I also cast Paths Without a Trace on us.
Okay. Your high perception allows you to spot something.
And wait, Ninja.
Yeah.
And just with a path without a trace, I still want to cast invisibility. Any chance I get?
All right. Pass without trace and invisibility. You guys are going to be really hard to spot. Okay, you spot something. There's a gory mess on a tree. And the tree itself is smashed to bits. Are you going to investigate the gory mess?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Trees dead is boy.
Is it halfling gore?
There's too much blood here to be a halfling. Some sort of animal was killed and devoured on this spot.
15 for investigation.
Okay, you find some footprints with enormous claws.
9.
Whatever this was,
Some
it was
kind of
huge. And the
We should
tree
go.
has been smashed to bits by something with tusks.
When you
Can
say
we...
huge, you mean like size category huge, or you're just saying it's
Yes,
huge?
size category
Yeah.
huge, with
We should
tusks
go
that
for
can
this.
smash the tree.
We should go for this.
Oh my god, Taurus, this thing's bigger than you!
Yeah.
Caspar, rolling his third nat 20 of the night, does a nature
Wow.
check on it and says, "Oh, that's clearly a nightmare beast. We should steer clear of
What's
that
the
thing.
nightmare?
Nightmare beast is
No.
very dangerous."
That sounds like an interesting challenge.
Could it make a halfling disappear in a portal?
Halflings would run from this thing and hide.
Taurus.
How does this thing compare to the Drake?
Similar. It's almost as dangerous as a drake.
Oh,
Sounds
then
like
why
we
would you
should-
tell us to stay away from it if we kill those things? Although I
say-
don't know if we could protect the halflings while killing it. That might be
Yes,
the
we
issue.
can. Yes, I'm sure we can.
There would no doubt be a ton of collateral damage. Just look around at the damage to the trees here. Whatever it killed, it destroyed this patch of the forest in order to kill it.
Is the way we're going where its tracks are, or does it go away from them?
The tracks. You follow the tracks a little ways, and they seem to be going off in another direction.
Okay. Then it
Hmm.
should be safe if we keep going.
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
keep
if it's
going,
off
you are
somewhere else.
unlikely to encounter it. If you detour, it'll take probably an extra hour to find it.
We should find it.
Well, but is
What I
that
missed.
something we want to do?
Caspar
What do you
shakes his
wanna
head
do? I
and
don't
says,
wanna-
"I don't want to tangle with a nightmare beast. Too dangerous."
I don't want to lose any more halflings than we already have. We have half of them left.
You can
Hold on.
protect them while we kill it.
Hold on. What are we talking about? What happened?
There's a nightmare creature that we could potentially go and kill, but it's like an hour
It does
detour.
a big AoE blast. Standing in
Oh.
front of them won't really help.
But you just keep
Can
them
I
away from the
do,
fight. In a safe place. You hide them.
I'd like to do a nature check on the nightmare beast.
Mhm.
And see if I know anything about nightmare beasts. If I've ever hunted one, maybe? Maybe I've killed one?
No.
Mm,
You
Maybe?
have not.
Maybe?
In your past life?
you.
19?
I
I know something? Heard of it?
You're very sure that you've never fought one. I mean, you've heard of them, though. They're a legendary monster. Very dangerous.
Can I do an arcana check to see if I know anything specific about them?
Legendary.
Like magic wise? Oh, that's a nat 20. 24 arcana check for information about nightmare beasts' magical properties.
Yeah, you've heard they're psionic, magical, the whole 9 yards, everything.
This would be the perfect time.
Is there anything specific? Are they valuable for their magical parts?
Most people would not choose to hunt one, but surely its parts would be valuable, yeah.
I tell Grimorn, we have air drake parts. We don't have nightmare beast parts. Mm?
I believe so.
What would
No,
we do with them?
I believe you're right. Let me look in my bag here. No, we don't
I
have
believe you're
anything.
right. We don't have these limbs in my collection.
I am Taurus Great Hunter.
Oh, what's up with his new voice?
Taurus Great Hunter has never killed a nightmare beast.
The habit of intelligence started working.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it has a baby, and we could save it.
Oh
He's
my
not killing one
god.
today. We have
Uh,
things to do.
We do have Drake Hatchling. We could have nightmare beast babies. Mm.
Are you trying to mate the nightmare beast with the drakeling? What?
That
No.
already
We're
moves
trying
my
to have.
points worth.
I'm trying to
Monster
have
Rancher 5.
when I build my own forts. I mean, we can.
You want a
the
menagerie?
Most exactly a menagerie at some point would be amazing. Can you imagine the gladiatorial combat we have? If we have nightmare beasts and air drakes. I mean, let's
I think
face it.
Windsor would die.
I think we would be the richest man in the land.
We would have the best tournaments.
Man, singular? Are you assuming you would take all the profits for yourself?
I said we.
No, Grimoire said richest man, and I objected.
Oh.
Oh, I give practically everything that I have to the church.
Oh.
I mean, practically, aren't we
I
already?
love the church too, but
I thought
Everyone
it was going to be more of a zoo, and you do like conservation of. Crikey! Look at the one on this one. Oh, he's bitey.
it's time to wrestle it.
Okay,
I
are
can't
we
have my
playing?
dream of having the pet cloud race. So, I mean, a pet nightmare beast don't sound that
Is
bad.
this a game of Pokemon we're playing right now?
Pretty much.
It feels like it.
Under
We got a
normal
Terax, we got a
circumstances,
Drake.
I would be for hunting the nightmare beast, but not with company in tow of halflings and
Yeah,
Caspar.
I was 400 the Nightmare Beast until it turned into Pokemon.
Gotta catch 'em all.
Look, the halflings can sit on my shoulder.
The halflings can stay a mile
While
away.
you're running into combat, I think that's an even worse idea, Taurus.
You're gonna catch a halfling and put him in a pokeball.
Okay.
I really think your circlet is broken.
York, choose you. Just throws the halfling.
It's funny.
I believe the halflings can stay a mile away and be safe.
So, shall I and Ringside accompany the halflings while you guys go off and Caspar while the rest of you go hunt this nightmare thing then? Is that the suggestion?
Is Ringside back?
Well, Ringside said it's not a good idea to go hunt the nightmare beast because we have things to do. We have a place to
I
go.
can hear you right now.
Okay, I didn't know if you were back.
Yeah. And Caspar says it's a bad idea. And if the halflings were aware of what you were discussing, they would say it's a bad idea too.
That's 6 votes right there. 8 with me and Ringside saying no.
But if you want to hunt nightmare beasts, you know, they're in the Forest Ridge. Some future knowledge.
Would we need to bring the halflings back to where we came from, or would we just leave them with the other halfling village and then
We're gonna
if
leave
we
them
were
there.
doing that, then we could go maybe hunt the nightmare beast as we make our way back through the forest.
Cass is gonna say the halflings are our insurance against other halfling tribes.
Should we be that concerned about halflings? So far, these seems to be kind of.
Yeah, I'm a little bit not concerned. I mean,
Are you just gonna fireball all the halflings we come across if we run into any? If we don't have other
if they don't
halflings?
like us, you know, we don't have to like them.
Well,
Counter
they're
racism, yeah.
already kind of they're affected, but they're like nonplussed about it. Like, okay, I guess we'll keep going.
We can keep them. Keep them. We could teach them a lesson if they really want to try to attack us.
The nightmare beasts.
No, the other halflings
The other
that
halfling.
are
We
like
can just
trying to
protect these
beat us for
guys,
some
kill the
reason.
nightmare beasts, and keep moving. Just gotta find it. Now we know what we're looking for. It'll be easier to find.
Okay. We can come back.
We have disguise self. We can cast
I
disguise
don't
self
think the
on
nightmare beast
someone.
cares if you're disguised or not.
I'm just saying we're gonna cast disguise self on somebody and use them as bait,
That's
or
a waste
cast
of
an
a spell.
illusion,
Why would you do that?
I can be the bait. I don't mind.
or cast an illusion on somebody. You know,
And anyways, think about this though. This nightmare creature is very strong as a very strong psionic, and right now his powers would be lesser. It's probably affected by the problem that we're hunting.
I want to kill it. I'm in. Before I fall asleep. I mean, what?
So what's the vote? Are we doing this or no?
I said no. Ring sight said no. Soul hasn't really said anything.
I mean, I'm down for hunting the beast,
Warren
but
and
I gotta admit it's a bad idea.
I'll say no.
It'd be fun, but it's a bad idea. That's all I'll
Cool.
say.
Outvoted. I'm good. Let's move on.
That's okay.
All right, let's move on.
There's no nightmare beast. We
Okay.
wouldn't be able to find it.
You get back on the trail and you continue to the southwest.
I'm keeping my halflings tight though. They're mine now.
Walking mine like a creeper, just just behind invisible.
I gotta prep us our Eros feast before.
Oh. Ring sight's done.
Taro, no! She's got taken by the Shadow Man.
Nightmare creature.
You're gonna prepare Wondermine?
All right, so you travel for many, many hours. Everybody roll a con save. Altitude sickness.
And save. What's the DC?
17.
All right, give me an 18.
Oh shit! I didn't save.
Woo,
It was
19.
so close to an 18. 10.
Okay.
Oh.
Caspar picks up a level of exhaustion as well.
Oh my gosh, by one? All right, I'm gonna go ahead and throw a dice at that.
Oh, can we reverse the effect?
We have to make
Or
camp.
rest.
Taro
Ring
has to
sight
cast
needs
a
to
5th
make
level
the air
spell and you need
compression
a
thing.
short rest.
Okay.
Ulrich saved. Taurus did not.
Alright.
Can we do that now?
One level of
and take the
exhaustion
hour?
is not debilitating.
What do you get for one level of exhaustion?
You
Disadvantage.
get disadvantage on checks. That's it.
Rank checks, I think.
That's not even a
Ability
yet.
checks.
You need 2 levels for the attack disadvantage.
Okay.
Second level is attacks and saving throws.
But could we like what is the spell that he has to cast?
Control winds for an hour.
Oh, okay. Okay. So we got to do that before we rest or something.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to remove that level of exhaustion.
Yeah. Wait. What's up for what's going on this day?
Okay, so you travel for the entire day. You've got the halflings, one in front, one behind, one's on Taurus's shoulders, right? You've
One's
got-
on Ulrich's shoulders.
One's on Ulrich's shoulders. And then there's like one other one that's just in the middle of the pack. One of the ones that's up front lets out a scream all of a sudden. He's gotten himself stuck in a spider web.
Oh my God, I thought it was actually something.
There it is.
I'm gonna
That's
go and
an
I
issue.
rush
try.
over to him and rip off the spider webs.
Okay. So there are spiders here. There's
Are
Better
a,
be.
they massive spiders or just regular spiders?
there's a pair of crystal spiders, and they're going to, as soon as you start tearing the webs apart, they're going to come out and attack. But they're not very formidable, so the party's able to defeat them without worrying about it.
Even combat starting.
Yeah, I'm
Are
not
these
going to
the
do a
same
combat
crystal
for these.
spiders we killed in the desert before?
Oh yeah.
Possibly.
Yeah, that was a little while ago. I was like level 11, I think.
Anyway, there's a couple crystal spiders. They're easily dispatched.
Fucking vermin.
So
Yeah,
when melee is
nuisances.
resolved, you hear the sounds of something scampering away through the woods.
I will search for it. Where's the scampering? $16.
Ah. It was Entok. He ran away.
What
He
are the
left.
halflings?
One of the halflings, yeah.
Wait, which one? Which one was I stalking?
Day, call your halfling friend back. He's over there.
He gives a shout, but that halfling took off in the middle of combat while everybody was distracted. The halfling Entok snuck away.
Locate object? Oh no, he's not here. Taro. Alright, like shake my fist at this guy.
Oh my god. Feels like we're babysitting you.
Can we put them all on a leash with rope?
Oh my
Now we're
gosh.
holding them hostage.
I envision, okay, there's all these tall folk, and then all of a sudden there's like probably Taurus actually with just a bunch of little child leashes, and they're running around like a
We
dog.
started. How many did we start off with, and now we have 4?
You have 4.
And we start with 10.
You started with 10.
Bro, we gotta like put one in a box or something, man. This is like just open up a barrel, and just sub them in there.
And the worst part is they're kid size, but they have their teeth filed down like little carnivorous points and stuff.
Oh,
Okay, so the halflings, they're upset, and Day quiets them and says, Entok will go off on his own, was always a loner. We must stick together, though. We will get to the city soon. Can't be more than a day or 2 away. The other
he was always a
halflings-
bit weak.
The other halflings nod their agreement, and they sit about making a fire. It's time to camp, and we'll just say that Ringsight casts his spell, and everybody's able to take the short rest to remove their level of exhaustion. Caspar breathes deep and says, it's a wonderful skill. The power of wind, the god of air, truly a blessing of nature. And he seems to be sweetening on the idea of the winged elephant, and Ringsight is happy to hear it, because he's been telling all the halflings how wonderful the winged elephant is.
Thought he was more
Since I
for
don't need
the
to be in
power
the
of
camp, I'll
fire.
go off
He loves the power of fire, too,
hunting and
because it
foraging.
healed his face. He's thankful, for sure.
I rolled an 11 for survival to go get food.
You go looking for some food out in the surroundings. With an 11, you're gonna find a puddle.
Okay.
It's
I scoop up the water.
it's water. It's drinkable. You probably want to boil it first. It's kind of brown.
I will purify
Gah!
food and drink it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
muddy puddle in the forest.
Okay.
I rolled a 22 on survival.
Okay. Are you looking for poison again?
Plants. Yeah, plants and herbs, whatever.
Okay.
Minerals.
You find 7 more in your travels.
I will focus on the air drake.
Alright. Caspar is on watch, and he says, I'm gonna scout around, make sure there's nothing dangerous in this area. He steps off into the trees and makes his scouting roll. He stubs his toe on something, lets out a curse. He falls over, tripping on a root, lets out another curse. He's not being very good at stealthily scouting around.
I'm using a dice every time now because I've got so many dice that I'm not even using. So I got 22 on my animal handling.
All right. The Drakeling is contented, and you learn that certain things it likes, like meat and pouncing on meaty things, but certain things it doesn't like. Things it doesn't like are marching for 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
So you had to use your animal handling to coax it into continuing on several occasions throughout the day.
I'm gonna start bonding with it and playing with it using acrobatics and maybe when we're feeding it the meat, I'll have it try to pounce with me, me being the target, and then sometimes I'll have to assert dominance by jumping on its back or something like that, swinging up behind its neck, and holding on with athletics. But I'll be, so I'm not always the person who's getting eaten.
All right, Dede and the halflings, they gather around the fire. Dede pulls out the storytelling stone and begins recounting tales of heroics from different halflings. I'm going to put Ring Sight and all of his group over here. Not immediately at the camp. Ring Sight's sort of tending to the animals, and let's see, his air elemental has healed up after a couple days of travel, no longer has injuries. Alright. Where's everybody at while camping here?
I'll recount the days of when we were in Nibene and we were skulking through the rich quarter, the inner circle of Nibene, and we were fighting off the zombified inhabitants.
Ulrich's
And
gonna
then,
sit on this rock and listen.
The Zwoon and Nibene, we needed to convince them to see eye to eye, but also there was the clergy of Temple of Water that also helped. But eventually we were able to stop the calamity befalling Nibene, and people returned to normal. The ones that were not
Ooh.
slain.
The halflings are impressed.
Yeah, we're cool like that. I know.
I almost forgot that we did Save Nebene.
You forgot?
It's been a long time.
The acid rain bit.
All I remember is that that giant tree should burn.
Did we already tell them the story of the slave pit?
Nope.
Oh, I'll tell that one.
Alright. Another story added to the Storyteller's Stone.
This is the
Our
story.
humble beginnings.
The slave
Slavery.
uprising. And yes, I did escape and come back. What about it? There's an uprising happening. I have to be there.
And the army that we defeated after.
Yes.
And the creation of a shrine in Frontier.
And the gardens and the other stuff that follow democracy. Rah!
Save the stories. The halflings aren't supposed to eat us if we give them a story every night.
Yeah, and also the story of where we actually had to create collateral damage for the good of the city.
I just imagine the halflings are like, "What? You escaped slavery and then went back? What was the point? It was for the story. It was for the plot." Actually, while there was an uprising, I need to be there.
And tomorrow night we'll tell you the story about the time we stopped the rage of a mountain.
Okay. The halflings, they watch out to make sure nothing kills them in the night. Things go pretty well. Does anybody else want to roll to be on watch during the night?
Yes.
I'll roll second watch.
We're gonna have the I'll do it.
I'll do one watch too.
Or
Whatever is left.
Ulrich will do a
Do
watch.
exhaustion.
Is it
I can just-
perception
I'm
we
gonna do
roll?
exhaustion, so I
Perception.
stay up awake.
18 perception.
I don't
You don't
I
sleep.
don't go to sleep.
Minimum 16.
I got a 20.
10. Nothing.
All throughout the night, you guys are very alert to danger, and nothing happens. You safely make it through the night, and the dawn's light cracks over the horizon. The halflings that were sleeping, they begin to get up and stretch and yawn. Halfling Knock is going to go over to this tree to take a leak. And while he's doing it, a vine is going to dangle down out of the tree and grab him about the neck and strangle him. And he lets out a gurgled scream as he's pulled up into the tree by a strangle vine.
I run over and I will commune with nature. Let him go!
You commune with nature for the strangle vine to let him go.
That one's not food. That's a
Unfortunately,
friend.
it's already broken his neck and he's dead.
No!
I keep losing fucking. Ugh.
Day stares blankly.
This is becoming more tedious.
Caspar says, "We'd better hurry and bury the body." As Cass gets the body from the tree, his dagger drops from his belt. Day picks up the knife, pauses momentarily, and then lunges savagely at Caspar with an attack. He missed.
What?
Caspar attacks back at Day. He
What the-
We
missed.
separate them.
All right, that was the surprise
What are
round.
you doing?
I'm rolling initiative.
They're all attacking us?
Oh, we're getting attacked by a bunch of freakish little dudes now. It was a
Bunch
trap.
of Chucky dolls.
All right.
Where's Terra with the calm emotions when you need him?
If I,
Regret.
Ninja.
Yeah.
If I finish one with an unarmed strike, can I just say I like football kicked them?
Joe,
I'm
I
so
got-
confused.
I only got a
What the
7
fuck
for
is going on?
initiative.
I'm so
I
fucked.
get that.
I'm so incredulous about the fact that
What's
we lost another halfling. I'm just staring at this halfling. That's why my initiative's so low.
I could cast sleep on
ringside?
it.
The
Ringside.
shock.
What's your initiative, ringside?
I rolled for him. I rolled a 15.
Okay.
He's not at the table, so figured I'd get it out of the way. Is everybody's initiative entered?
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Mine is.
Bam. All right.
What up?
Caspar, locked in combat suddenly with this little halfling, is going to swing his weapon at it. Hang on a second. Let me find his stats here. Caspar. Alright, so Caspar, when he realized he was being attacked, he drew his melee weapon. So he draws his longsword and he swings, and he's got a 25 to hit. And he does 11 damage to Day. So he slashes Day hard, and then he's got extra attack, so he's going to take another slash. And this time he gets a 23 to hit. And he does another 11 damage. So Day is at negative 22. Alright. Day goes down. Ah! 2 slashes and he drops. Alright. Taurus, what do you do?
Are we killing the halflings now? I don't understand. Thought we were trying to keep these guys alive.
Wait, is Deddy like
They're
dead?
attacking us.
2
All of
sword
them are
slashes
attacking or
and
just
Day
Day?
dropped. Okay, all that happened.
What if casting sleep on them? What?
I will repeat what happened. All right, so this is exactly how it went down. So, the halfling Knock was killed by the strangle vine. Day was in shock. Then Caspar cut down Knock from the strangle vine, and in doing so, he dropped his knife. Day picked up the knife, and then moments after picking up the knife, attacked Caspar. Caspar defended himself and killed Day.
Caspar,
Jeez.
you're not supposed to take their kill. The halflings are supposed to avenge their friends. You're supposed to let them cut the vines.
Oh, is that what it was? He pissed him off? Cultural?
I could have. There was.
I'm thinking that's what happened since
I
the
don't
last
understand
the
what's
sloth
going
thing.
on.
This was so preventable.
Okay, but this is too much conversation. Taurus, what do you do? Quick.
I attacked Caspar. Dede was my new friend.
Oh, you
What?
attack.
Oh.
Swing.
Holy crap!
Oh
You're
no,
gonna run through all of us.
we're just killing him.
Gonna go
I don't
over.
know. I guess.
What?
Why?
I don't understand. I got a halfling on my shoulders right now. Like I got a halfling on my shoulders. Ulrich's got a halfling on her shoulders.
But
They're
they
our
did.
We're not
friends.
walking. They're on the ground.
No, they're
They
on
did
our
attack
shoulders.
him.
No, we're at the camp.
Yeah,
They're on the
people are
ground.
sleeping in sleeping bags. They're not sleeping on your shoulders.
Oh, but we're sleeping now. I thought we were moving. Oh my god.
This is
I'm
later.
Like we
confused.
just got up.
This is-
We were in our camp and like taking watches and stuff.
This actually
I-
happens in the morning after you slept.
Oh.
Okay.
So what are the other halflings doing now?
They're standing around the campfire in shock. They don't go until after Sia.
Something is wrong with these halflings. They're going away.
I'm gonna restrain one of the halflings, and
I feel like
I'll have Ulrich restrain another one.
I feel like they're being psychically like impaired. This can't be like their own. There has to be
Um,
something going.
what's my role? That's my to hit or something.
Is
You're
there any way
rolling-
we can check?
you're
Is there any way
rolling-
we can check their psyche? This can't be their free choice, right?
You're rolling to hit, and then it's against 10 plus their athletics, which is probably not high.
I thought rangers would have high. Right. Oh wait, not athletic.
No,
Dexterity.
15.
All right. You grapple a halfling.
Okay, and I'll do the same thing with Ulrich. She's gonna grab one of the halflings and just make sure that they're 13.
All right. So you grab this one, and she runs over and grabs that one.
Just holds them down because they're in shock, I guess. I don't understand. And then I'll use my second attack to restrain one. 19,
Okay.
and then
Restrain.
her second one is 22, and I'll just tell them, no, don't do anything. We can save him. We can save Day Day. It's okay. Don't do anything.
All right.
Oh.
Chris, what do you do?
I'm just holding them to protect them from themselves and from us. These are the ones that were riding on our shoulders. Our two favorite ones. I don't know what their names are.
I'm gonna go to Day Day.
It is restrained right now, right?
Day Day is dead on the ground.
Oh,
Well,
oh, that's right. Okay, it is the
Oh,
one.
but they're
that-
down, making death saves.
How bad of a place is she?
Dede has been slashed twice with a longsword and is making death saves. Do you want to attempt to stabilize Dede? Or maybe cast a spell to heal?
I'm gonna do a cantrip and spare the dying.
Alright. Stabilized. Dede.
She's at 0 hit point right now.
Dede is no longer dying.
Does anyone have calm emotions?
Ring sight does.
And I'm gonna put myself physically between Day Day and Caspar.
Alright. You stand
There
on
you
Dede's
go.
body. Alright,
So she's
ringside.
stabilized.
You there, ringside?
I'm gonna remind you that I had a bunch of people protecting those guys.
The strangled thorn just grabbed it, broke its neck immediately. No chance to save.
Yeah, it didn't matter if you had something defending it, like the elemental didn't see it either. I think it's part of the story.
Well, I mean, after the fight broke out.
You want to move them?
Okay, so now what are you having them do then?
Let's see.
This is the first round of combat.
20, 30 feet. Do you want your wind elemental to dash over there?
Wind elemental can fly 90 feet in a turn.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. He's pretty fast. So, Your elemental's over here.
Is the wind elemental attacking Caspar?
Caspar is sheathing his sword because he has already won.
I think we should put him in a box after we're done with this. Like, just get like a barrel and just like put him in there.
Day.
Not Dede. Dede's dead, right?
No, Diddy has been
he's-
stabilized.
He's been
Oh.
spared from dying.
I feel like we should put all of them in a box. It's like they're leaving,
Caspar
getting
too.
kidnapped, stabbing each other. Just get a barrel and just.
Funny.
That's hilarious. Everybody goes in the
Hey.
box.
I don't disagree, man. They,
See, like
they are a pain in the ass.
What's in
If
the
they-
box?
if,
Just
if
a
they
bunch of
just
crap.
listened to us and like weren't pricks and had these fucking customs, there'd be a lot less deading going right now.
Yeah, we should have just tied them up since the beginning and carry it.
Yeah, we should have just
Carry
like
them on a
carried them,
pony.
like
It's a bundle of squirming halflings.
yeah,
Yeah,
just wrap them
the
up. in a
problem
magic
is that nobody speaks halfling except for Caspar.
Aren't,
just bundle
aren't
them
the
up.
halflings the one
We're
tracking,
able- we
leading
are
us
able-
to the halfling camp?
I
We're
just
able-
don't understand. Like, does nobody have comprehend languages at
Yes,
all?
we have the. We can speak with them through the telepathy powers.
Yeah, but I'm saying when no one's tried to be diplomatic with them to an extent, like
Tried a little bit.
I did.
we got a bard, man. He's got like plus 12 to persuasion.
Look,
I
I,
did.
Speaking of the
stabilize-
bard, if Ringsight's got nothing else on his turn, Sia, what do you do?
So are we talking
I was.
them out of this?
Oh, I stop. Stop. I
Hmm?
was doing a thing. I'm sorry.
Oh, so that is go ahead.
I threaten to just drop psychic crush on the entire area if they don't stop fighting.
Well, there's not really any fighting. One of them's down, and two of them are restrained.
Yeah, I stabilized the Day one, so we can bring her back and then maybe ask her some question.
Are we out of combat already?
Yeah,
Before
No, we're not out of combat.
Okay, well when we are, then detect effects on Day.
Well, you can do detect thoughts right now. Was that your action?
All right, Dede's unconscious. Dede's not having
Yeah,
any dust.
she's at 0.
Not
We
even
need,
any
we need
dreams.
to we need to stop the fight and secure all this.
Well, Caspar already put his sword away, so what
Hold
is
on, it's
the
it's
air?
Ringsight's
Is the
turn.
air? Yeah, I'm asking if Ringsight is gonna have the air elemental attack Caspar since he technically said to protect the halfling from anything? Question mark.
They'll try to restrain him.
All right, roll it. Let's see if you can restrain Caspar.
the hit.
I can. I can't roll it. I mean,
Yeah, I'll roll. Let's see. You've got 5. Caspar's got 18. All right.
Two.
Second attack.
Caspar avoids the first attack. The air elemental gets 2. He swings again. That time he rolls a 13. What's he got on his modifier?
Plus
7?
2 strength.
It's like an
No, it's
attack
to
roll,
hit.
though,
Plus
so
to
it's
hit?
To hit.
plus 8.
Yeah.
It's a
To
21.
plus to hit is
So
a
his second
plus 8.
attack does manage to grab a hold of Caspar. So he grabs Caspar's wrist. And then well, I guess it's Sia's turn then.
All right. So everyone's already calmed down per se, right?
No. We still have a whole other halfling that's not restrained.
Well, where is he?
There's
Oh,
4,
right here?
wasn't there?
Is it Knock right here, or is it?
Nock's dead.
Yeah, it's dead.
Knock on his neck snap.
Knock got
They
killed
weren't
by a
Wait.
doing
strangle
anything.
vine.
The
Wait, so
halflings
okay,
weren't.
Basa
Besides,
is
they
restrained.
they
But how can I know which one?
besides
Okay,
Go ahead.
I
Okay,
guess
I'll
it's
recap.
one at a
So
time.
besides Day Day, the
Basha,
halflings.
Basha got grabbed by Taurus. Tanuka got grabbed by Ulrig the Strong. And Dede is unconscious. And Nock is lying on the ground with a broken egg.
He's
I
still
thought there
alive,
was
or
a
is he
fourth
dead?
one.
Oh, he's dead.
I thought there was a fourth one alive and the fifth one got killed. That's fine.
No. That one ran away.
Oh, the fifth one ran away.
That one
Yeah.
was
Okay.
spotted running away the previous night.
Okay, so it's just a matter of calming down, correct?
Sure.
I wanna get across to these halflings that just a cultural misunderstanding, and that he is rather I don't know about his personality, but he's rather a dumbass when it comes down to stuff like this. So you should probably not judge him so harshly for it.
Okay.
And
Hey,
also,
is that-
murder isn't probably the most immediate response.
Isn't that the same line we used last time?
It worked. I mean, did we get stabbed in our sleep?
For the first offense, no.
Do I roll the persuasion roll?
Sure.
$26.
26. All right. The halflings, they are not fighting, but they're pretty upset.
There are 3 left. We gotta put them in a box now. We have to. Ninja.
Yeah.
How many halflings can fit into one bedroll like a sleeping bag? Like how many? Like
2.
you were just like seal it.
Halfling is half a man.
So he can fit 2.
2 in a sleeping bag. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So. Yeah. The halflings, they're pretty unhappy, and they say, like, in halfling, unhand me and let me down, and they try to wriggle free. I've got a, let's see, adding 3, so that's a 17 and 14. 17 and 14.
I'm not at my computer. Mine's a 20 D20 plus 10 on both, or
The
plus
target,
9 on Ulrig.
I think the target they're trying to hit is 10 plus your athletics, which is like
Oh,
12?
my athletics is 14.
14? So a 24 is the DC. That's a tough grapple to escape.
Yeah.
I don't think they can even do it. Okay, so they wriggle around, but they don't escape, and they curse in halfling.
I just hold them like my little children.
Okay.
Like, I'm sorry. We'll just be. Shh. I just do that. Like I do like sounds like shh. It's okay. It's okay. I don't hurt them.
All right. Nock is probably not going to wake up for an hour, so at least an hour, maybe longer.
Ooh, did they?
Or did he? Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
I
Knock
can
can't
he-
be saved at all.
I can heal her. She's at 0. I can heal her up. No.
Nock can be fixed with a raised dead.
Well, I don't have raised dead.
Yeah.
Well, I do, but it's 300 gold for that little cocksucker. Or not
They would
gold,
owe
but,
you their life.
Yeah, I don't think that's worth it.
Unfortunately, the fates decreed that Nock was killed at this moment in time.
What do you need?
300.
Gold gem.
This is not a conversation we're having right now. We're in combat, right?
I mean, technically you're not, because everybody's grappled. I mean, they can
Right.
make escape attempts, but they're not going to succeed. Nock's unconscious or dead. Day-Day's not going to wake up for 4 hours. So.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
fine.
I'll give you,
what is ceramic? It's like 300 ceramic.
I got that. Hold
You
on.
can bring Nock back to life at great expense. This would make the halflings happier.
I'll bring him back. Screw that.
All
You
right.
got it?
You got the diamond for it? Doesn't it require a diamond?
Yeah.
Use the
3
resources.
gold diamond.
All right. The halflings are shocked when Nock opens his eyes and his neck pops back into place.
And I'm gonna heal Day Day to bring her back up on her feet.
All right. Can you do 22 points of healing? That's how much Day Day needs. Or
She's at
20
0
And then
though.
I'm gonna read all their
21
brains.
points.
She's at 0, Ninja.
0 of 21.
So I can.
I can do some healing too.
What do you have?
I can give her 10 points of healing with the good berries.
Yeah, I give her that.
All right.
If you're not gonna heal her, I'll just give her 20 points of healing with 20 good berries.
All right.
What's up, guys?
I'll cast it twice.
Then Day Day only has 1 point of damage after gorging on good berries.
Eat
I
the medical
gotta cast the
berries.
heal, but it's like.
All right. For the first time, you have gone up in number of halflings. Outrageous.
Yes, we broke the system, man.
Caspar, try not to do lethal damage next time. They're frail halflings.
Now that all of that's happened, I'm gonna take out my magic holy sword, and I'm gonna tell Day Day and Caspar to freaking stand in front of me while I figure out what just happened.
Are you going to use psionics to talk to Day Day in his mind?
I'm gonna yes, and also to read his brain, because at this point, I'm suspending the niceties of not doing that.
I healed this dude for 19.
Okay, so Day Day will report to you that Day Day accidentally performed object reading on Caspar's dagger. Now, object reading is when you touch an object and you use your divination to get some like knowledge about the owner of that object and what they've been doing recently. And so Day Day says, I did an object reading on Caspar's dagger and discovered he is the life stealer. So Day Day's throwing out some pretty big accusations and seems very mad and wants to murder Caspar.
Okay, detect thoughts for truthfulness.
It seems pretty truthful.
Well, isn't he dead? He's doing read the. He was dead basically, right?
Day?
Nah, you missed the healing that was done on Day Day.
Oh, okay. I'm mixing which halfling is which.
I mean, Nock also got healed with a raised dead, but
Resurrect,
Day Day
yeah.
was healed with good berries. Day Day was only unconscious and
Okay,
stabilized.
without mind messery, I'm now going to ask Caspar what he was doing.
You ask Caspar. Caspar is going to say, of course I'm killing them. Do you know why no one travels the trails of this forest? Our little companions are eager to make a meal out of any passersby. They hunt and kill people like you. How do you think Schiller and his friends are going to survive among the halflings at the outpost? I do what I can to make the forest safe for peaceful people. I'd not do anything to jeopardize the journey. I know the forest intimately, and we only need guides to deter the other halfling attackers. Believe me, we'd not have made it this far without them. I understand all this is confusing to you, but we still need to work together. I suggest that we put our differences behind us and continue. In the forest, we cannot afford the luxury of enemies.
That was next level racist,
Okay,
man.
first,
They weren't even attempting to eat
detect
us.
thoughts to check his brain.
So Caspar is recollecting a time in his past where halflings killed his wife and ate parts of his face and hands.
Oh, so he's like dramatically
Alright, let me-
revenge killing.
Yeah, he's become a halfling serial killer
Wait.
in revenge for his
Wait, was it
deceased wife.
him?
Yeah, Caspar has been killing them this whole time.
I don't know who to cheer for.
I mean, it wasn't these guys.
Okay.
I say we kill Caspar.
Okay, well, nobody knows anything. Only this is information that is in Taro's brain.
Yeah, that's true.
So Ringsight can do with that info
All-
what he will.
Okay, I will levy this charge telepathically at Mr. Halfling.
Which Mr. Halfling? There's 4 Mr. Halflings.
Day Day.
Well, this is just sort of a
But,
the halflings hate Caspar and Caspar hates the halflings, and now it's out in the open.
do they feel bad that they killed his family?
They had nothing to do with it. It was other halflings.
Okay, would they have done the same thing?
Yeah, maybe.
It's prejudice.
And halflings eat people
They
all
are
the
not
time.
helping their case.
Well, you know, in
Are you saying
the halfling culture, it's normal to eat your defeated enemy, and so they probably in that situation probably would have eaten his wife.
Is
You
that
gonna
why
let
it
that
was
meat go to
disfigured?
waste? I mean, it's like bad for the ancestors to let good meat go to waste when you could possibly just eat it.
Okay, I'm gonna do 2 things now. Please pay attention. One, I am going to lift freaking Caspar into the air and freaking what's the word? Let's castigate. Yell very loud, renounce. I'm renouncing him, like in everyone's brains, for killing our guys, and then having the gall to be like, yeah, you probably wouldn't get it, but we have to move on anyway. Like just trying to breeze past it.
Well,
And
Caspar did
2, and then
say that he killed the halflings. Like, he spoke those words, so
yeah, he
everybody
said
heard
it
that.
after. Oh,
The part
okay.
that
Well,
people,
I'm still yelling at him.
the part that people didn't get is his reasoning, his rationale, like why he did it.
Then the second thing that I do is lift the halfling up in the
He
air
said it out
for
loud.
the freaking gall.
Yeah.
What he said
And
out
then I
loud
lift
is
the
that
halfling in the
halflings eat
air.
people and he's doing a service.
Then I will lift the halfling up in the air for having the gall to say that if he was in the same position, he would have also eaten the guy, part of the guy's freaking dead wife.
I think that was just I don't Ninja, was that something that you said that the halfling was saying, or was that something we just as a party understand that's culturally what halflings do?
I mean, you've all heard the stories that halflings eat travelers. If you go into the forest ridge, you're likely to be eaten by halflings, and that is why you're traveling with halfling guides so that you don't get eaten by the other halfling tribes.
You have both
Yeah,
been
why
yeah, I'm just telling them everything. At this point, I'm sharing all information.
I mean,
My turn yet?
the whole thing about halflings eating people is very well known.
Almost. I freaking tell them they've both been terrible, and I'm very disappointed in both of them.
Well, this is the Dark Sun universe.
And they're extremely fortunate.
Things tend to be
And that
pretty
they are
brutal and
extremely
messed up in the Dark
fortunate
Sun
that we
universe.
Remind me why we need Caspar.
and that they are
He's a translator.
because the halflings. Remember, the halflings still might eat
This is our
us.
guide.
Yeah, he speaks halfling, and he is helping you move quickly through the forest. Without
Day said that he wouldn't eat us if we told him stories every day.
without a ranger, it would take weeks to get through this forest.
Can I say
Regardless,
something?
Go ahead. Okay. Well, you know what? Let me just ask this one
I'm
question.
saying my last thing.
Halflings aren't rangers. I mean,
Okay.
I thought they were leading us, not Caspar.
No, Caspar's leading us.
Caspar and the halfling rangers are all leading you. You have currently 5 of your 11 rangers that you set out with.
Right. So, I mean, I'm not saying we only need one, but if we have one or the other, we should be able to make it. Now, can we communicate with the halflings via telepathy?
Yeah, do what you want. You do have that ability.
Well,
Can
then
I
I
say
feel
something?
like it's
Finishing
time
my
to go
little
ahead and end Caspar
Wait.
now.
No, hang on. We're lucky that the last thing I was going to say is, I'm incredibly disappointed in both of you, and you are fortunate that we need both of you to keep each
You're
other in check.
disappointed? Wow.
No,
Alright,
I
Mom.
have a knife
Okay,
to
Mom.
Caspar's throat. I have a
I'm
knife.
I'm killing. I mean, I'm gonna let you know right now. When it's my turn, I'm attacking him straight up with both characters. He won't stop me. He's dead. He's dead right now.
As far
Caspar is dead. He is dying on my turn.
Oh, well, thank you for telling me. I hold him out of your reach.
you fly him away
Wait.
with the air elemental.
Okay, so
So
Not
we
gonna
gotta
lie.
knock out ringside to get to Caspar, I guess. Like he's
is
dying.
that what's happening right now?
Uh,
Let me
we're
double
delaying the
click.
inevitable.
Wind Elemental is
He
holding
literally
both
just
of
admitted that he's been killing all of
Wind
all
Elemental.
of our companions.
They're more
I
guides
will
than
remind you that
companions.
his reason for killing the companions is because some of them killed his wife and ate them, and that when asked, this guy said he would have done the exact same thing.
Wait.
Caspar said he would do it again. That's what
And
he
that
just
they
said.
do
No,
not view you as
no, that's not what Ringside's saying. You said
The halflings would eat us.
Caspar says that
and all,
they would
the,
eat us.
The halfling,
Yeah, he would kill the halflings again.
I checked and I read the halfling's brain, and he said that if he was in the position of the other halfling, he also would have killed and eaten the guy's partner.
Well,
And
actually, more
also, I remind
specifically,
you,
no. Let him finish. Let him finish.
more specifically, the halflings specifically went on this journey thinking that if they ran out of food, they would eat the party.
And we had food
yeah,
so that we could
and I
give
can
to the
read their brains,
halflings.
so I can just tell you directly.
Okay, so whenever you read the mind of the
That
halflings,
doesn't help.
you will pick up that they were thinking the whole time that if they ran out of food, they would eat the party.
I don't think we should kill any of them.
And we knew that. That's why we gave all the halflings in the
Oh,
village
gosh.
multiple Drake carcasses.
So this is a really interesting moral choice the game throws at you here. Who's in
Yeah.
the wrong? Who do you side with?
I don't think we should kill any of them. I think we should say,
Yeah, we're trying not to, but Taurus is
For-
trying to kill
yeah.
Caspar right now.
for the time being, I think we should not kill each other. We don't have to take
Technically,
a decision here.
Caspar's in the wrong, but I
Right.
don't think killing him will change anything at this point.
And
So
we
just
can set some
rehabilitate
rules.
him from his wife trauma, and not have him kill any of the halflings who had nothing to
Yes.
do with eating his wife in his face.
Like we can set some rules for the rest of the trip.
Disarmament, taking away their weapons.
And
At
if
the minimum, Caspar is getting tied up.
Well,
But right now, I want to kill him unless you guys convince me otherwise.
because we need him for guidance, and I don't think that we should let him die for what might have happened to him.
Okay,
We can't-
now
we can judge
currently,
him
he's
for
being
wanting
levitated.
revenge.
He's not in your arms right now. He's being levitated above us right now by ringside. Is my picture correct?
He is
Yeah,
grabbed.
Taurus, are you still trying
Yes.
to knock out ringside for that?
He's grabbed by the element.
I don't know. It's not my
Hold on.
turn yet.
You said grabbed by the air elemental. You said.
Yeah, the air elemental has him.
we're not in turns. Also, knocking me out doesn't make the elemental go away.
I don't know that. Not my turn yet.
Listen. I don't know.
It-
Well, maybe I do make the connection that
We're not in
Ringside's made. It
turns.
doesn't matter. I'm gonna use my boots and fly up to him to have my knife at his throat. 'Cause it's about to be my turn, right? I haven't had a turn
Sure.
yet in the whole
I
combat.
thought we weren't doing turns.
We are definitely in turns.
Well,
So-
we have not ended
It,
turns.
it, it,
now.
it helps with this situation, sure,
Hang
why not?
yeah, please and thank you.
we
Because I haven't
stopped-
had a chance to do anything yet.
We stopped being in turns a long time ago when combat ended.
Should we
Well,
roll
whatever.
again? Should we
I'm
roll?
doing that, and
Should we
and
roll again?
I mean, if you're going into combat, like Taurus says he wants to go into combat, that means we have to roll initiative.
Cool.
Okay.
Alright.
Like when he said
We're
that,
rolling
when
the
he said
initiative?
that he killed them, my character immediately saw him as an enemy. Unless otherwise.
Can we not do I mean, I feel like combat is.
I
gonna
mean,
be
it doesn't
tough.
have to be combat. It doesn't have to be. I mean, did you guys? I'm just telling you that I need to be convinced. My character needs to be convinced not to kill him. Like we've literally been chasing down dead bodies and trying
Yeah,
to
can you
find.
not just like run up and
what's
kill
going on.
characters that we're talking to?
Well, technically, two of them were killed
Right.
by sloths, okay? So he at least didn't kill two of them.
Right.
Maybe we
Look,
should try to look at this from an angle of
And
understanding.
one of them
and
was
just
killed
letting
by a
them-
vine.
I mean, he might have.
Yeah,
I mean,
technically
we've
he
killed
only
plenty of things.
He only killed 2 of them.
Yeah.
That we know of.
The
You know what,
forest.
Caspar?
The forest killed the other ones.
We can have him face
to be-
justice. We've killed
Listen,
plenty.
listen,
So
listen. Okay, I think at this point, Caspar needs to say the other half of his story, which I don't know yet. But what my character will say is, as I fly up to him with my glowing dagger at his throat, as he floats above the forest floor. Tell us
Well-
why we shouldn't kill you right now. You've been the one who's been slaying these innocent guides of ours.
he
If
is
it
our
was
guide.
righteous to do, why hide it?
I like it.
What do you mean? If the halflings knew they were being hunted, they'd scatter. This is the easiest way to keep them in line.
Keep them in line. That does not track. All you wanted, the whole point of this endeavor was for you to hunt them down piece by piece.
Well, we needed halflings to get through the forest, but we didn't need that many halflings, and I'm thinning the herd so that the people back at Outpost Zero don't have to deal with them.
Jesus. I want to just kill him more now.
Yeah, that did not help your case at all.
Okay.
I
You want
I,
to
I feel my dagger slipping. I don't know what to say.
Would all of the
Okay.
people at Outpost Zero basically be cannibalized by the halflings if they ran out of food at
Yes.
Outpost Zero? Is that why?
Correct. It is a existential threat that the halflings and the people are near each other.
I'd like to simplify all this, okay?
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay, what happens next?
Okay. Think about it this way. He's our guide. He knows where he's going. We don't. So I prefer that it takes us 2 more days instead of 3 weeks.
How about we just wait to kill him?
At this point, is he really gonna give us accurate? Or is he gonna get us lost in the forest?
Do you want to hear his story? He could tell you. As a cleric
Yeah.
in his
I
youth,
was
he
hoping he
traveled.
was going to tell a story about, and kind of bark out about how he was. I mean, that doesn't really change the situation. I mean, it does give us some modicum of understanding as to why he did it. But,
Because Taro
I mean,
knows,
after
but he
all-
didn't really say.
well, right.
I shared
was-
all information with all of you.
I know you did, but I was trying to give him a chance to say it out loud. It was one of the things I was hoping for. But because I'll say, Oren can really empathize with the whole vengeance, revenge bit. Taking things out on people that had nothing to do with the crime. Oren can understand that. So that was one thing that I was kind of hoping for to. When I said, "Tell us why we shouldn't kill you right now," it wasn't like, "Oh, double down on the whole genocide piece."
So, as a cleric in his youth, he traveled with his wife to minister to the needs of the halfling tribes. In a violent ambush, his wife was slain after wounding a dozen of the hunters. The halfling chief agreed to spare the young cleric's life if he agreed to heal the halflings who had been injured in the skirmish. Cass worked feverishly and succeeded in saving 7 of the halflings. 5, however, died. The chief announced that he would only honor the agreement to the extent that Cass had. Cass, it was ruled, should give a piece of his flesh for each halfling that he had failed to save. The young man was left unconscious in a clearing with only 3 fingers, 1 on each hand. His ears and a long strip of flesh along his lower jaw and lip were also taken. Caspar's lower teeth are exposed, fixing a garish grin on his face and forcing a whistle and a hiss into his speech. He abandoned clerical pursuits and has spent his time since his recovery studying the ways of the Forest Ridge, driven by a dispassionate need to revenge and a desire to make the forest safe for all races. Cass makes regular forays into halfling territory and stalks the feral people. He kills only when he can be certain of leaving no survivors. He has maintained his secret and is welcomed among the halfling clans as the Patchwork Man. So when he says he's keeping them in line by keeping it a secret, it's like it allows him to continue his work of thinning the herd of halfling menace by staying The patchwork man that all the halflings like.
I'm still surprised
Even
that he
worse.
managed to make the other halflings that he did kill without leaving any sort of trace, even magical means.
Oh yeah, he's really good at what he does. He's a bit of a madman. The way he manages to make those halflings
So
disappear.
let me ask a question then. Since they now know this, he's not gonna be letting them live then, is he?
Right.
If we let him go.
Definitely not. His scheming would come to an end if these halflings could spread word about him.
How about we just kill him later and get tied up?
Okay. Here's the thing though, we also know about it now. So what
Okay.
happens to
I'm
us?
torn. Do we?
He said that in common though.
Needs to be made.
It depends on if we're on his side or not. If we're gonna go along with this.
He said that in
Which I don't-
common, so the halflings wouldn't have heard it.
It depends on if we are gonna go along with it or not. Which Taurus isn't gonna go along with that. I'm literally I'm literally a good character.
Hang on.
Yeah,
Boris, why are you
can-
attached to the halflings though?
I am not neutral. I am not. I am good.
I'm not really attached to the halflings
Taurus.
either.
Taurus.
Killing innocents,
Taurus.
I can't do it.
Taurus, I need to make you put something clear to you.
Well, I don't know how
Halflings
innocent they are if they're gonna go cannibalize people. And
I'm making a point. I'm making a point. Taurus, the halflings in this are essentially like wild drow.
Yeah, but we don't have to. We don't have to kill them. They didn't. All right. He's
Yeah,
blaming.
that
He's
was something I
blaming
was
these
about to-
guys for something other halflings did. That's like saying,
okay,
"Hey,
have
genocide."
they just because they didn't eat his wife doesn't mean they haven't eaten anybody else.
Right.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I'm actually getting turned back to old second edition morality here. We're like, okay, well, yeah, kind of like killing evil goblins. Well, it's okay then because they're all evil. They're all just going to kill you in your sleep anyway. So
Isn't
like,
this
there's no
the-
Geneva Convention for it. Like, there's
Isn't
nothing.
isn't this the law of the land type of thing?
This is their
Ninja.
culture. Like
Ninja,
technically,
that does not help.
this is lawful. I mean, this would be lawful if anyone's lawful. That is their law. Is that they
Lawful evil.
No, that's their law. Like I mean, so
Yes.
lawful doesn't mean lawful within everyone's. It's within lawful
Their
within their culture.
I have to
So-
admit, I would not have any qualms about slaughtering, devils, because after all, yeah, or bugbears.
We are gonna have to interact with halflings in the future, especially
Yeah.
right now.
Well,
Ninja,
when,
I wanna.
when- when we were in Eric,
Wait, hold on.
we had
Ninja, I
some.
Ninja, I'm sending you a direct message. I want.
Okay.
Right
we
now,
were-
I'm
these
gonna make an
these
argument with you
halflings.
guys to
Sorry.
Aspar.
These halflings just came with us and with all intentions of being our allies. If even for the moment, they are our teammates, and one of our own betrayed them.
Yes, he did.
Did he?
He had all intentions of knocking them off before we got to our point. At this
He's
point,
leading
if we take him prisoner, we have a good chance that he's going to mislead us and get us
Try to
killed.
Get
Yeah.
us killed, exactly.
Try to get free, something like that. If we kill him, we are going to earn the halflings' favor, because he just admitted in front of all the halflings that he's pretty much going to knock them off.
Okay.
No. The halflings don't speak common. They don't know what he said.
No, I
So-
know.
But what if? Okay, we set the law, and it's not our problem. When we're back over there and we're done with our with what we need them for, then they can resolve their issues the way they want. But as long as it doesn't happen here, or else they know
Well,
they're
we
gonna
just-
die.
We were talking about establishing trade and stuff, and coming into the forest and gathering resources and taking them back to tier, and helping establish safe routes and stuff. We're not gonna do that if we have fucking enemies with all the halflings.
I raised a question.
And will our enemies be Thycreen or halflings, or both?
Boat.
I thought the
'Cause-
Thrycreen were only driven this way by the nuisance
Oh,
of.
they're part of an insect
Correct.
colony.
The Cyanatrix has driven the Thrycreen
Cyanatrix.
mad. Whatever civilization and culture they might have had, they are all just berserk
Yeah,
now.
but the tricranes doesn't mean they're nice either, because they might just decide to hunt you down.
So the
Well,
analogy I would make, you know what a grasshopper is, and think of a locust, a horrible plague of locusts that eats all the crops. But it's the same thing as the humble grasshopper,
Right.
and that's what they
But-
are. They're mad locusts now.
Okay.
So I don't really have a position. I just don't care, frankly, what they want to do, as long as they don't do it here and they take
Wait.
us to where we need to go.
If they're cannibalizing shit, that's
guys
that's
think-
their culture. We have slavery. We've accepted that slavery exists in other places. We don't like it, but it happens. We can't change it.
Yeah, but
if,
revenge
Boris, if murdering random people is their culture, that does not get good.
and revenge is
I
not
don't have a
necessarily.
problem so much with the cannibalism. I
And,
have
and
a
a-
problem
I-
with murderers, and if their culture is murder, that's a problem.
and Caspar is trying to get revenge.
Well, their culture.
Technically, Caspar's cleansing murderers, more or less.
Taurus tradition is not a defense.
I'm not saying that's they're justified in what they're doing. We understood coming into this that halflings are cannibals, and to watch your back around halflings because they will eat you. That's why we were not just letting them take watch. We were staying on watch ourselves. We're not trusting them like they are one of us.
Well, also, Caspar was telling you to watch your back around the halflings the whole time. So I don't trust those halflings. They could turn on us at any time.
Yeah, and we've literally been watching our back around the halflings.
He's very paranoid about the halflings. He figures if he didn't kill them, they would turn on us at some point.
But while we've been looking, we've literally gone off track multiple times to go look to
Right.
find out what's going on with why did this halflings disappear and stuff. And he's just
And it
like,
was
oh,
him.
I have no idea.
Well, actually, he kept insinuating that it was like other halflings killing them.
And he had intentions of killing more of them.
Yes, but now that we know that, we can put a stop on that.
Can't stop, won't stop.
But have we ever misled anyone before when we killed our enemies?
No. But should they have killed us? Hell
Well,
yeah.
maybe you haven't.
Hell yeah, they should have killed us.
Caspar will say, I'll let you in on a
Okay,
secret.
since text
My
isn't working,
favorite
I'm just gonna-
foe is actually halflings.
That's favorite foe.
Oh
Motherfucker.
So the ice drakes, they weren't your favorite.
Well, he has two favorite
And you're-
foes. He has halflings and then ice drakes.
Okay.
Air drakes.
So I'm gonna make it.
Orin
Wait.
drops his dagger
hang on.
and he kind
I
of
didn't-
sinks back down to the ground slowly. He thinks about his family and he kind of understands Caspar now.
Mm. Memory is so painful he can
Okay,
barely even
that
talk
said-
about them.
Since text isn't working, I'm just gonna say this physically. I'm going to try and convince him to join me in my quest. So instead of just killing them, which isn't getting us anywhere, to like help try and rehabilitate them so that they don't keep murdering people.
Okay, well, he did explain initially that his quest, he was a cleric. He was an earth cleric, and he came here to convert the halflings and to introduce them to the ways of his religion, and they ate his wife. So, that didn't... he doesn't think that's a good plan. You probably shouldn't do that.
He was basically a
Yes, but
missionary.
Yeah.
He was trying to convert them to civilization.
It sounds like he just has some like emotional. He
I'm
needs
taking.
therapy.
Yeah,
There's no therapy in Dark
or I
Sun.
won't kill him anymore.
Trying to convert the
the
halflings
halflings
backfired on him
savages?
tremendously.
Yeah, I'm for not killing him now. I think he needs some actual help.
Yeah.
This is traumatic.
What would his wife want him to do?
Get revenge.
Yeah, she probably would have wanted him to stay grounded and earthy. To touch grass.
Oh my gosh, you said it. You said it. Oh my gosh.
I mean, that's an earth cleric for you.
I let him touch grass
So
and
you just let him
watch
down to the
Taurus
ground.
like a hawk.
What does Taurus do then?
Yes,
I'm gonna drop
I'm
it.
watching Taurus. If he tries anything, he's
If
going
everyone's
back up.
not doing it, if everyone's not gonna attack him, I'm not gonna be the only one who attacks him.
I don't feel bad for the guy.
I'm not
Hey.
attacking
Well, as I
him.
said before, I think it's better if we can kind of rehabilitate his racist revenge thing away.
When Ninja was going on that tangent, I was
I'm
like,
gonna
man.
express my disapproval though.
Oh yes, you should.
And get rid of the psionics thing. Get the
trained
whatchamacallits, those the roach things that are going crazy in the halfling area, get them to go away, and get the halflings to go back to their territory so they're not in ground zero, so they don't eat all the ground zero people.
Yeah, there you go.
Look.
See, you can solve every single one of these problems. They're like dominoes. You can solve all of them by fixing the Cyanatrix.
Well, we also need
So
to take. I'm gonna confiscate Caspar's dagger and anything he has. I'm gonna search him good.
what
He gets
about
no
his
weapon.
bow? And his bow?
Bow, everything.
Okay.
Does he put up a fight for that?
Yeah,
Does Caspar resist?
If you try to take his weapons, he will fight you.
He will fight us?
Yeah.
Okay, well then, here we go.
He refuses to be disarmed and combat starts.
Okay.
Get him low and I'll
you
just cast sleep on
you
him.
can just
Is this Monkey still currently restrained by the air thing in the sky?
hang on.
Oh,
Can I get
slow,
initiative 24?
slow combat.
Wait.
Yeah, this is so friggin'
Wait,
loud.
Taro,
What
can
is all
you
this
mute for a
noise?
second?
Who's watching something?
Taro, why are you, like, blaring noise at
Yes.
incredible volume?
Like, there's trains.
I'm
There's
sorry.
commentators.
Train. I really don't want to get in combat again. Could he just like say, "All right, fine, I won't take your weapons," and me not do that?
Nope. It
Well,
probably
who's
says in
refusing
the
to be
guide
disarmed?
he
Caspar's
No,
refusing to
no, that's kind of conditional. We're taking his weapons, and I kind of feel like this is going to be a drawn out way of. I mean, I'll take some damage. I'll take 10 damage for it if we can just go ahead and I'll take 15 if we can just go ahead and short circuit this because there's so many of us. We're just going to
We're
take his
about to
weapons
just gang on him.
forcibly.
No. This is definitely a combat. He's too high level for you guys to defeat easily.
What? Okay.
He's too high level.
Talk him down one more
He,
time.
he solo hunts air drakes, guys.
He does not.
Ninja.
Hmm?
Can I like try to talk him down one more
He
time?
couldn't. He couldn't even hit an air drake.
He vanished the dude.
I can't even
A
listen.
level 3.
I don't. Okay, well.
I'm just gonna put it out there. He's higher level than you guys are.
All
Hey,
right.
listen here, Caspar. This isn't going to take you anywhere. We're trying to take the high road here. Killing, like you're getting very emotional, which I understand. We've all lost people. We've taken people. We get it. It gets very emotional out there. But at the same time, you got to admit, like, look at your current situation. No one here has been aggressive towards you at all. We're actually going the peaceful route, and you're about to attack us. I'm just saying that rationally speaking, dropping your weapons and actually meeting us on like a middle ground wouldn't be that bad, especially once you like hear us out. We're not asking you to forget your past. We're just asking you to, not elevate things to this point. Not to this point. We've been trying. We've really been trying.
Roll a persuasion roll.
Halflings also have to drop their weapons.
Come on, come on.
Caspar's gonna need to translate that.
27. 19, almost a 20.
Okay, you tell the halflings to drop their weapons, and they immediately say no as well.
They immediately what?
They said no. They were like, "What the hell? Why would we give up our weapons? We need them in the forest. The forest is dangerous."
Common ground, middle ground, middle ground. We'll keep them. Middle
But
ground.
listen, they don't remember. They weren't part of the whole conversation. They don't know why we're all of a sudden threatening Caspar. They don't know that he's
If
the
you
murderer.
don't, he
Well,
might
they saw
kill
him
you
fight
all.
Day Day, so they're happy that you're trying to take his weapons. They just don't understand the exact details.
Okay.
Day Day
If
is still
you
insisting
don't-
that he's a murderer, and the other halflings heard it.
Oh, well then if
Okay.
Day-Day... That's right. Day-Day is going to explain to the other halflings then.
Oh, it's Day Day's word against his, though.
But they respect Day Day's word over anybody's.
The halflings
Right,
will
I
trust Day
mean-
Day for sure. So the halflings all think that Caspar is probably a murderer.
I don't know why we're still arguing about this. Can we move on? Like out of
I rolled a
character, can we
20.
move
No,
on
can't, 'cause that's
and
the-
start do this?
We
I
can,
rolled a
Sorry.
20.
We're good.
Okay.
We're going into combat. Like I've already like rolled
No.
my initiative.
So
Yeah.
he
Just-
rolled a 27 to convince Caspar to give up his weapons, and after a heartfelt speech, Caspar says, "All right, but only temporarily. You have no idea how dangerous this forest is, and I feel naked without my blades."
Don't worry, you got like 5 walking ones. We're pretty strong.
Just
Okay,
to
so
prove
good
that
job.
He's
I'm
more like-
You
he's
saved
more
us
like-
from having to go into combat
He
again.
still has weapons.
just to prove that I'm on your side and that I'm not trying to do anything, but you better give these back to me. I mean, I need them to live out here. And he hands over his sword and his sickle and his longbow.
Thank you. Thank you.
I don't.
I
fucking
greatly
believe this.
appreciate
Okay.
it.
Now, because Day Day is going to explain this uncharitably, it's time for another story for the Story Stone. The story of the murdered man's wife.
Okay. Okay, so you shame
And I-
the
I
halflings
do,
with the story.
hold on.
of-
I do love the way that Taro said that. That was freaking hilarious.
It's funny.
Oh wow! I actually rolled a 1 for them. That was super effective.
I also want to reiterate that he only killed 2 of them, and the forest killed the remaining, like, 4 of them. So,
It's time for
or
story
one of them
time,
ran away,
children.
and the other 3 died by the forest.
Okay, so Day Day is going to say, after it's explained to Day Day, Day Day will say, if my wife was killed by another, it would be right for me to take revenge by my own blade against the one who had killed my wife, but Caspar is a dumb tall man. He doesn't understand that I am not the halfling. Can't he tell us apart? We are not the same halfling that ate his wife. It was a different halfling. So Day Day's just like going on about how, like, yeah, he would also kill somebody who killed his wife, but he thinks Caspar is just misunderstanding that he's like thinking all halflings are the same.
Right.
I like try to convey to Caspar the logic that if one group of bandits killed his wife, would he just go out on like a killing spree of every human he saw?
Okay. Well, Caspar has been told to stand down, and you're trying to convince him that he's taking a
Maybe
bad
not
path of
every unit,
revenge
but
and all
every
that.
band.
At this point, I will share the story about how the merchant house Wavir killed my little brother when I was young.
Another
that.
story for the Story Stone.
All right.
Yes.
And I will tell them
my
we
lord.
have been partially
Kumbaya.
successful in debilitating.
Kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya.
Okay. All
We're
right.
good to not just immediately resort to killing everybody.
For
We
the
just have to
benefit
kill.
of everybody else here, I will short circuit it and point out that I too wanted to kill every last member of House Revere. Anyone part of that merchant house, I wanted them dead, and that was my driving force for many years. But I have since learned, with a strong eye to Caspar, just as Dede has said, that
All right,
it
well-
is meaningless to kill those who had nothing to do with the crime.
Maybe he's convinced to follow a path of redemption now instead of the path of revenge. Maybe your speeches and stuff have convinced him a little bit.
So first of all, he's been healed by Grimorn. So that right's been made. That wrong's been made right.
That helps a lot that when he looks at his own face in a reflection in some water, he won't see the scars what the halflings did to his face when they
Scars remind
So wait,
me.
he got his teeth back too?
it regrew all of his tissue, even his
Right.
fingers.
Wow, that's high level. All right.
Restoration.
See, when we were about to kill this guy, look.
I was.
I was.
Yeah.
See,
Why was that
sometimes not murdering someone is the right path.
Nah. We would have got
I'm
some
gonna
good.
do one more thing.
Is this still Dungeons and Dragons? I mean,
I think we could have taken him. I mean, we might have.
almost.
We might have lost. We might have lost Taro or something.
I'm still half surprised no one wanted to kill the halflings that are cannibals, though.
If combat did start, the first thing he was going to do is a volley of arrows that would have encompassed everybody and killed all the halflings in the first shot.
So we would have just, no matter what, so it would have just ended in everyone dying, including we would just been in the forest without no halflings and no Caspar.
Well, everybody would have been hit by a shit ton of arrows, and the halflings would have died because they don't have a lot of hit points, but it wouldn't have killed anybody in the party.
And then we would have had to, let's say, kill Caspar, and then we would have been about the halflings and Caspar.
And then you wouldn't have had a ranger, and it would take you like a week to get where you're going, and you don't even know where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it
we're
oversimplified it earlier.
Yeah.
That's exactly why I didn't want to kill Caspar.
Can we talk about the MLG persuasion rule?
I
Just
wanna-
one-
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was good. That was really well played out.
But hold on. We have
I'll
a
tell you
cleric. We have a cleric that can bring people back to life.
Or better yet, speak with dead.
You want
and
to
not have to
bring back to life or halflings? That's expensive.
I'm just saying. We should have brought him
And
back.
probably not impossible. I don't know how many times we have.
watching that.
So anyway, though, I'll tell you
Also,
what.
this is all like
What is that sound in the background?
Let's not do that.
Some long,
fuck is
long,
that,
you have
man?
a loud sound behind you.
Look,
I'm
you
in
in
the
the
car. I'm not on my computer anymore. I said I had to leave in 10 minutes. No one responded. But yeah,
Alright.
we'll have to
Man, whatever that is behind you is so loud. Holy shit.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
It hurts.
Metagame wise, I appreciate this ending, but I also would have appreciated that ending where we spent an extra week because everyone died. I'd be cool with that ending too.
I don't think that's an ending. Like, no, I'm
I
not
don't
saying.
think that's
I will
an
out of
ending.
I don't want
character.
to party wipe in a
We
forest.
have a cleric who could bring people back to life. I got
Yeah.
a whole gem pouch full of gemstones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I got
Yeah,
4 diamonds.
I'd
I
be
actually
cool
have
with
4
us going
diamonds.
after Caspar too. I'd be cool with that outcome as well. Is what I'm saying.
If we're party
So
wiping, I don't
last
want to do it in
thing-
forest where we
Not
get lost
party
and have
wipe.
no food.
I'm
I
saying us
want
going
a
after
party wipe
Caspar.
from a
I
giant
know this.
no.
He couldn't hit us. He couldn't hit the Drake multiple times, and the Drake had an AC of
I
like
think
20.
that was him just downplaying his powers.
So
Look,
one
that-
last thing that I want to
Go ahead. Yes.
that I
Yeah.
want to do
Please.
regarding the halflings is just like tell the story stone one last story of if you kill a human, then or like anyone if you extend your halfling law to the other races, and there's a guy who can just instantly freaking stalk the jungle and he'll find you, and there won't even be a body left to bury, and you'll never get avenged. It'll be there before you. Don't do it.
You don't get to eat it.
Okay,
you don't
so
get to add
you're
it to yours.
intimidating them. I got it.
Trying to
I like to
intimidate the whole
remix the
culture,
story.
really. Trying to
Ninja.
mix that story into the halfling culture
Mm.
and try to change the
Yes.
whole culture. Yeah.
That is the
Can I
plan.
re-
Yes.
And I'll remix the story and make it sound more intimidating, like I have background music and stuff.
Yeah,
Oh my
play
gosh. Yes.
menacing music over what he just said.
That
I
is
roll an
awesome.
intimidation roll.
Yeah,
Well, it's not about
wouldn't-
intimidating.
Wouldn't
about
really apply,
adding-
but
Change the culture at large. Right now, I think this has been probably one of the more powerful sessions we've had in a while, and I think it was really interesting. Are we stopping it here, or are we going to go further?
oh, there's more.
Okay.
Ninja.
Yeah.
Can I roll like a performance for the storytelling at least? Can I-
Yeah, sure.
With the background music and everything? Yeah, okay, here we go.
Okay.
15.
A decent performance.
Would have been better.
Okay, so after resolving the differences between the party, you're able to continue on. You travel for many hours.
I'm gonna keep an eye on Caspar from now on. Make sure he don't do anything shady.
After many hours of travel, the trees seem to be somewhat sparser, but the undergrowth remains thick, and the path widens, and you can walk side by side instead of single file.
Can I carry 2 halflings, or can I only carry 1 halfling?
2 is fine.
Okay, I'm carrying 2 halflings, and Ulrich's carrying 1. Or Ulrich's gonna carry 2 as well. We raised the other one, right? Yeah. We did the raised dead on the 4th guy.
All right, everybody roll a perception check.
Minimum 19.
Is it clear conditions?
Yes.
13.
17.
19.
Throw a dice at this, actually. So it's 20 now.
And this is gonna be for Ulrig's.
Okay, with your
Ulrich.
20,
I rolled a 21.
with the 20, you spot a halfling in the trees moments before an ambush is sprung. Many, many spears come flying in towards the party. And,
Whoa, hold up. I literally have a halfling on my shoulders. And another one I'm carrying like a baby.
Yep.
And they're letting me. And they're gonna just start throwing spears at us while we have the halflings as friends. They're not worried about hitting the halflings.
They don't seem to care. A volley of spears comes
Also-
flying in.
Honestly, I think
Roman
what
has-
would happen is it's like whatever we choose in the thing, if we choose to let him live, then that halflings attack. So that's what I would do. I'm just saying, like, maybe they saw what happened with Caspar and we let him live, so they decided, you know what, they can go.
Can we let Caspar have his weapons and kill all these halflings?
Oh yeah, that's a problem for him. He's disarmed and you're under attack. He really wants a weapon now.
Probably does. Don't
Who
care.
has his weapons? You're gonna make him stay unarmed?
We're still meeting at Low Heisan.
Let me look at.
I feel like
Ulrig's
if they're
stats.
more in
Ulrig's
firebars,
at 20.
fireball should be the name.
Okay, so a 15 or better hits Ulrig. One of those spears connects.
Ulrig hits it with a 15. She has plus 9 plate. She has an AC of 20.
She has an AC of 20. Yeah, the 18 plus 5 hit.
Oh.
Okay, so she takes 6 damage and she needs to roll a con save, DC 17.
This is the surprise round, right? No initiative yet.
Yeah.
What is it? I'm sorry, one more time.
It was 6 physical damage and a con save, DC 17.
17 con, 17. Okay, she has plus.
It's gonna be loud here, so I'm probably gonna type. I'm gonna hop on.
She's got a plus 9. She should be able to make
Yep.
that. She needs, what, an 8 or better?
Yep. Yeah, an 8.
Okay, barely. Okay, she resists the poison on the spear. You are the next biggest target, so you take the next 3. So that's 20, 19, 18. None of those connect. Who's the next biggest target? The
Wind elemental.
Yeah, maybe the wind elemental. They wouldn't really target the wind, though. Maybe they'll throw it at the Drakeling. Let's see. What's the Drakeling's armor class? 20?
It was like
20?
19? 20?
Plus 2 sash of defense, so what, 22?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I got the Sash of Defense now. I forgot. Oh, 25 AC.
Please tell me that the Drakeling will defend itself in this situation.
The Drakeling takes 7 piercing damage from the third hit. And the Drakeling rolls a con save and is not knocked out by the poison. Alright, the Drakeling gets real pissed off. Something has just stuck it with a little spear. And I've got one last attack, which was an 8, which missed. Alright, so a bunch of halflings come out of the trees. They throw spears at the party. And the spears come flying in, like volleys of spears. Many of them don't even, like, come close, because these halflings are quite far away. And they were attacking from a great range. And right after attacking, they're all going to immediately dash into the forest behind cover.
Hey, we had a new feast, didn't we? A new hero feast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll roll my 2d10.
That would immune us against poison.
Yep. And that's me, and this is the Ulrich. 9, okay.
All right, Caspar is going to point in the direction that the attack came from and said, "An enemy tribe! They've attacked us! We should run for it!" And he points in the other direction.
Can't we just murder them all? I feel like it'd be easy to kill them.
All right, so has everybody rolled their initiative?
Nope, not yet.
Here's my initiative.
Our computer's like blazingly hot. This is impressive.
You should like put like a little metal plate on it and then cook an egg, and then you can eat it after you finish playing the game.
Like, yeah, it's so bad. Like my hand, I'm like touching the bottom, and man, this shit actually hurts. Like, ooh. Is there a way to fix that, or do I just?
That's a solid
There
initiative
is
right
a way
there.
to fix that. It's like the easy way is to get the dust out, but that might not do the trick. The next step beyond that is like take it apart and put new thermal paste on the CPU, but that might not fix it. You might get like a better
The
like
fans, maybe?
better fans that could help. You could get like water cooling that could help.
Hey, thermal pads, dude. Thermal pads and your CPU paste. If you haven't changed your CPU paste out in the past 3 years, it's probably dried up.
All right.
And you can get like a big heat sink. Like I've got this Cooler Master heat sink that's got a fan on the side of it, and like the heat from the
But is it
CPU,
a laptop or a desktop?
Laptop.
Yeah, as a laptop, it's got a tight fit, so you can't really put that kind of stuff in there.
Laptop, there's always like these cooling fans, you know, that you put it on, like it stands on it, so it dissipates the air faster.
Oh yeah, that it sits on, and the fans
If
underneath.
if your computer wasn't hot when you bought it, like if it wasn't hot years ago,
It wasn't.
then it's the coolant. You need to just change the thermal paste.
And
How
your
do you-
fans might need to be replaced too.
How do you even do that in a laptop? That's got to be hard. Do you have to like take
No,
apart?
you
the
just gotta
keyboard?
take
Same thing.
you just take apart the keyboard, pull the
Oh, yeah,
motherboard
yeah,
out,
I've seen-
take the
I've seen
fan
this
or take the
before.
heat sinks off, and take the CPU out.
All
Yeah,
right.
It's literally as simple as like taking off the back, and like I just see it immediately.
All right. Well, that's not too
Well,
bad.
yeah. When you do that, you gotta make sure you remember like the orders and the holes for all the
Yeah,
screws.
thermal paste is like $6 for a tube. You only need like a little dime-sized piece.
Okay. Okay.
And then the pads are not super expensive.
Yeah, you get thermal pads for like $10. And you cut them to the right size you need.
But you gotta make sure like you keep all the little screws and you remember where each one goes, because sometimes you'll have some that are similar but just a little longer than other, and you don't want to like put them in the wrong hole. So
Look up your model number on YouTube, and you'll find a disassembly guide. I guarantee you.
I can hear my fans. This. Okay. All right. Jeez. Ooh.
Did everybody roll their initiative?
I have.
Yes.
Yes.
Long has 9 temporary HP, and his initiative is 20.
All right.
How much?
20.
Nice.
Okay.
There was a.
If I
Caspar pleads
if I
for
can't
his
be
weapon.
surprised, well, if I can't be surprised, do I get to act on turn 1?
Okay, yeah, that's fair. Barbarians can't really be surprised. So on turn 1 during the surprise round, the volley of spears comes in and the halflings run away. Do you want to do anything immediately?
I'm going to rage, so I get my 25 movement, and um, sorry, I'm gonna get rage to get my 25 movement, and I'm gonna double move to try to close the distance on them. So 90, 90, 115. I'll be able to move 115 during the surprise round towards them. And I got 2 halflings on my shoulders. And Ulrich is going to charge as well with me, but she's not going to be able to move as fast. I don't know her move's 35 feet, so she'll be able to move 70. In an action surge, or oh wait, never mind. I don't want an action surge.
Okay.
Never mind.
So they are 120 feet away. How far did you get? 70?
115.
115. Wow, you almost caught up to them. But when you get where they're at, they've gone underground. They're under the trees. They've gone into little holes and down into tunnels. So you catch up to where they pretty much are, but they've all scurried into tiny little crawl spaces that you can't fit into.
In that moment, like I guess 6 seconds, right? I look at my halflings and I'm like, I point towards like the ground, like I do like a question mark with my hand, a question mark gesture, like what do I do?
Okay. They say a bunch of stuff in Halfling that you don't understand.
Okay. And that's my turn.
Okay.
And I guess Ulrich's trying to catch up.
All right. In that case, combat ends. What do you guys do next?
Oh, it's just over.
Yeah, they ran away, and we couldn't follow them. Look, let's take our leave. Quick pace. Is it
How many
it was
feet?
morning?
150
Yeah,
or
this
120.
is probably like an hour into your trip. 2 hours maybe.
Okay, great.
No, how
I
many
say
feet?
we get out of here and go.
We were
forward,
120
go
feet away.
So you
So
use
once
that
everybody
nature
catches up to me, can someone translate what these guys are saying to me?
All right. The Halflings are saying they're using hit and run tactics in tunnels.
on. Right.
So
Uh,
I want to ask this. I want to ask Caspar a question.
Uh huh.
How did you destroy my air elemental?
What?
When I sent the air elemental to follow one of the halflings one time, and then you guys freaking vanished. What happened to it?
The Halflings went into a tunnel system.
No, I think he's talking about the earlier
no, there's a
time, how
new
you
group
made the
of half.
halfling vanish.
Oh, you asked
No,
Caspar how he made the. Okay. Caspar destroyed them with a
How?
portable hole that's got a sphere of annihilation in it.
Hey, hold you.
Oh, so he annihilated my freaking elemental.
Yeah. Once you go into the sphere of annihilation, you don't come out.
Could he not use such dangerous power for a stupid?
Not only is it dangerous, it's downright insane. It specifically says in the item description that if you put a sphere of annihilation in a portable hole, there's like a 50% chance it'll destroy you.
So here's the kicker. We took his weapons, but we didn't disarm all his magic items he might have. That's awesome.
Well, now we gotta take that, don't we?
I mean, if you try to take his sphere of annihilation, he's going to use it on you. That's why there would be a very, very dangerous combat if you try to fuck with him.
Well, I don't know that information yet.
So the problem is we have a party that can't get on the same page. 'Cause we need someone to disable him using their psychic powers, like fucking not put him unconscious, and he's like, "Oh, I would protect him."
I mean, you're thinking about just brute forcing this, which I don't think is a good idea. Just
Look,
I'm just saying. No, that's why.
No, what's happening is good role play is happening. People playing
Love
their
it.
characters.
I love it. I love it. No,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
I don't mean to criticize like that. Like I'm saying, like in terms of the frustration
And that
between
is legitimate
characters.
frustration that should be there. Yes, this is what it should be.
Caspar
I'm having
says
fun.
we mustn't
By the way,
tarry.
guys, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun. Just saying it clear. Even if I've started frustrated, I'm just saying my character's frustrated. I'm having a great time. I don't really care how it goes.
We mustn't tarry. Let us move quickly while they've gone to ground.
That my point exactly.
All right.
Are we gonna end it there?
Caspar begins to run off towards the direction you guys were headed. All right. So you guys move on. Within several minutes, roll a perception check. Caspar's got a 17. He notices that the halflings are back. You're being pursued, and they're going to make another attack on us.
I can't be surprised. I got an 8 though.
19.
There we go.
All right, Will, you also see the halflings as they jump out of the trees, and you are not surprised.
Well, I didn't see them. I just know that they're. I got that urge. Like
I can't update my initiative.
Nah, it's locked in.
My feral
we
instinct.
could probably keep using the same initiative for each one of the skirmishes.
Well, can I use my gloves of missile snaring to snare the spears as they come in?
Well, I haven't fired them yet. They're about to. They're coming out of the trees. I'm just checking who's aware and can act in this first turn.
I'll try to protect halflings.
I guess Ulrich wouldn't be able to act on the first turn. I can act on the first turn. She wouldn't be.
Right,
She doesn't. She's my bad. So that 70 feet she moved was not the case.
So the halflings are going to throw. They're going to throw 10 spears at you. They do not aim at the halflings ever. They only aim at non-halflings.
I'm trying to get the halflings close enough so they can say no fight, we're friendly. That's basically. But I can't talk to the halflings, and no one's communicating on my behalf.
Okay, so if we're sticking to the same initiative, Caspar spotted the halflings, and he's going to wish that he had his bow to take a shot at them. And he's going to curse because he doesn't have his bow. If I had my bow, I could shoot. And then
He did a wish.
He shouts. He shouts a warning. The halflings are attacking again, and this is 6 minutes after the previous attack. And then Orin, you reacted quick. So what do? You see the halflings. They're 60 feet away.
What I want to do, 60 feet away?
Yeah.
I will point out mentally as many locations as I can so that people know where they're coming from. And then I will throw a dagger. I'm guessing I don't have sneak attack, or can I?
Well, they were following the party, so they know where you are, and you were not stealthing at that moment that I know of.
Fair enough.
Wait, they're only 60 feet away?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the range of a spear, 60 feet.
Oh, net 20.
Nat 20. All right, you throw a dagger. You hit one of them, and he dies. He lets out a little halfling scream and drops the spear.
Okay.
Oh no.
I don't really actually want to protect Caspar right now. I'm not going to interpose between him. I'm going to let him take a spear.
Well, he doesn't have any weapons, so he's probably going to run away. So, Taurus, you were not
Caspar
surprised.
runs away?
Well, like I said, he's going to, not trying to run away from the party, but, just running from the combat to not be hit because he doesn't have a weapon.
Okay, well, I'm going to keep up with him and make sure he doesn't get too far.
He's basically just keeping his distance so he doesn't get hit by spears.
I'm going to burn... I'm going to burn another rage to give me my 25 movement speed. Try to close some of the 60. So I'll still have 35 to go, but my walking speed's 45. So I'll move the other 35. I'll still have 10 movement speed left, and I'll be right up on the halflings. And I'm trying to get them. I put my hands up like, friend, like no, no, stop, no. And I point to the halflings on my shoulder, and I want them to tell them no, no attack. Like I tell the halflings on my shoulder, no, tell them no, no, no attack.
Attempts at diplomacy. Interesting.
But I still have an action. I still got an action. So if they don't like lower their weapons or like kind of calm down, I'm gonna grab one and just like. So do I? What do I do? Do I need to do a persuasion check or?
Your halflings are gonna shake their hands back and forth at you and shake their heads like this isn't gonna work. They point at the other halflings and say something that you can't understand.
Okay. I want to grab.
Well, hang on.
One
When
of
you
the-
look at those halflings, you do have a pretty good perception roll, just like passively, and you can tell that all of these halflings, they are dressed strangely, painted in strange markings. All of them are wearing animal skins. And gets back up. Okay, so they're wearing animal skins and they've got face paint, and they're all taking up like a very like animalistic posture and snarling.
Are these the tribe that take halflings?
Oh, the life stealers.
Yeah.
The invisible
No, what I'm
stalkers.
thinking this is more influence from the Psi Matrix.
Who's Mike?
Oh.
Right, feral.
So they like do a thing and they're like, nah, these guys need to die. Is that what they're trying to tell me? I'm getting that vibe.
I still feel like the way they're attacking these halflings, they're probably part of the what was it called, tribe again, Ninja?
The life stealers.
The life stealers. They're feral. That's probably explains why they're attacking, other halflings.
Although, like, you're aware, Caspar was kind of the life stealer the whole time.
Like for years?
Yeah, for years.
Yeah.
Damn.
I want to hit one of these halflings.
He's been putting in some work up here.
That's what I was thinking. Like, damn.
I want to do a non-lethal hit to these guys. Like, try to just knock one out, like upside the head.
So you don't want to kill the halflings.
Caspar has been killing halflings for 10 levels. 10 levels of experience doing nothing but killing halflings. And the occasional air drake.
Okay.
Jesus Christ!
He's been a busy boy.
10 levels.
So when they give me that vibe, that I can't kill them.
That is funny. Do you know how many third level halflings you have to kill to gain 10 levels in D&D? Jesus Christ.
29 to hit on the first halfling. And I like this to be non-lethal, but I hope I have enough damage to knock him out.
Okay.
And I was raging.
You give it a solid swat. Thwap. Sending the tiny man flying with the side.
34 damage is enough to knock one out, maybe?
More than enough.
Second one, I'll knock out a second one too.
Yikes. Technically, I'm supposed to roll on a wound for that.
Nat 20. Oops.
You knocked him out, but you also broke his arm.
And I guess I have to roll double dice.
Holy shit, you put this halfling in the hospital for 8 weeks. He's not dead, but he's not going to be in a good mood.
That's hilarious.
28 on the second guy.
28 damage. Alright.
And so 34 and 28, and I'm within range of all these people. So if they move, I get a sentinel attack on at least one of them.
No, that one's got an internal injury.
We can heal it.
Alright.
They don't stop. And I look at the halflings on my shoulder for like approval or disapproval, like no, yes, maybe.
Alright. Was anybody else not surprised by the initial ambush?
I wasn't.
How do you tell if you're not surprised?
If
I
your
don't- I had
perception
an-
was high enough.
You
I
have
had
to
a
have a.
19.
You have to actually have a 20.
Oh, I was surprised.
You were surprised. All right, so then we go into the actual round of combat. Since they're in melee now, they can't throw their spears. They're all going to try to stab Taurus. So all of them in melee try to stab Taurus.
They got advantage.
No,
They
with
need a
advantage.
25.
Yikes! All right, here. Let me do this one at a time. So. What do we got? We got a 17. That's a miss. Then we got a 23. That hits?
Nope.
That does not hit anymore? What do you got? 25?
25.
Yo.
Holy crap!
I put that sash on.
Okay, so they basically need 20. I should probably set this with a lot more dice. Those didn't hit. Alright, so if I add 1, 2, that's one more halfling. 2, that's another halfling. That's another halfling. That's another halfling. Okay, so this is how many halflings attack. With advantage. And did any hit? Not a single 20 among them. Alright, halflings fly at you, just flinging out of the trees, doing death from above attacks, and coming up out of the ground, spearing at you, and you're just dodging left and dodging right, and it's pinging off your armor and not connecting with anything. Well, you don't really
I
wear
got dragon
armor.
scale armor now.
You do
and
have
the
the dragon
sash.
scale and the sash, so
I'm just like, stop. But if they're not listening, and the halflings on my shoulders don't disapprove, then I'm gonna attack them back. Well, after Orin.
Caspar takes the dodge action. Orin, what do you do?
If they're pinging off him, and they've thrown on their spears, they're gonna run away now at this point.
Oh yeah. Also, they ran away. Do you want to swing on any of them?
I'll swing on one.
Yeah, you can go ahead.
You know what? Yeah, they're animalistic. They're not gonna. I'll take one down too. Do I get sneak attack? Well, it doesn't matter actually, right? Because they're weak enough that it doesn't matter. So
Well,
yeah.
they're engaged with me. Yeah.
Oh well, there you go.
Well, so they throw their spears and they run away, and you take your attack of opportunity against them, and that puts them 90 feet away from where Oren's at when he's going here. So
Well, then I'll move towards make a throw.
32 to hit.
I'm gonna sweeten the deal with a dice.
I'll use a booming blade on that.
Sonic neck. So that's a 24 to
That'll
hit.
28 to hit on the one that tried to run away from me.
Mhm.
So that just knocked that one out too.
So that's 7 damage at least without adding in sneak attack.
they got 21 hit points. Probably.
Sneak attack damage?
You could roll really, really low, Joe.
Low? What? What do you mean?
They are not next to Joe when you throw your dagger, so you don't get sneak attack.
But they're running away, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Can I get a?
You
can't
can-
sneak to get that sneak attack damage.
I'm gonna chase after them. If you want to hold your action.
Yeah, you want to roll a stealth?
Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use
He's gonna use this teleport. Hell yeah.
a teleport. Yeah.
Yeah.
Teleport. I try to catch one on the side. So let's see how far I can get. I need at least a 6. I do not. Okay, I only teleport 10 feet. So, okay. I do not successfully get up to them.
Okay. All right, after Ernest Taurus, you see them all ran away.
How far did they get?
There's like
After, so they attacked me, and then they try to run. I'm assuming their movement speed's only 25 or something.
yeah, they I think they can move 30, right? Do halflings normally move 25?
I don't know. I think they only move 25. pretty sure Barker was only moving 25 with Asforth.
Oh, I never play a halfling. Let me look this up. Halfling moving speed is... No, you're right, 25. All right, they don't get that far away.
I move 45 in a turn. Even if they spread out, I'll be able to get probably close enough to 2 of them. My range is 10 feet, so I only have to move 15 feet to be within range of 1 that ran away from me. And I can take my second. So my first attack, I don't know what the spread is on these guys, if they just spread out like a fan.
Yeah.
But I'll at least catch up to 1 of them, and hopefully he's within 10 or 15 feet of the next one. So if I see 3 grouped within 15 feet of each other, I'll go to the first one, and I can then move to the second one, and then the third one I can end my turn at.
Okay. So they're basically going to run away into their hidey holes on their next turn. So we could probably just like quickly go through what each person does and skip it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep knocking them out.
Long, what do you do?
So, oh, well, I'm sorry. Hold on, real quick, Ninja. My first one's 26 to hit for 31 damage. Second one, if I can make 15 feet to the next one, then it would be 31 to hit, and I'll throw a booming on that one. 2 boomings I've used today. That's a 20. Is 31 exceptional, right?
What is the AC on these guys? Let me check.
If it's just a surprise reaction and they're running away, I've been just running next to Caspar and shielding him with my tower shield.
Plus 14, so you need a 24 for exceptional.
I got 31. I'll add 3 more to that, so it's 23 on the second hit, and he's booming. So if he tries to, if that doesn't knock him out,
It
then
does. 21 hit points.
okay. And then I'll move to the third one, but I won't swing on that one because I'm out of attacks. But I'll move to the third one in case he keeps moving. I'll take my opportunity attack on him. I'm done.
All right, Long, what do you want to do?
Oh, and I'll have Ulrich move double time to catch up.
You guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, I said I was just, since I know like they're just kind of doing guerrilla tactics, I'm just running with like next to Caspar, like shoulder to shoulder, and I'm using my transforming shield to use a tower shield whenever I know they're gonna start attacking, and then I just
Okay. Trying real hard to understand what was said there,
What's
but
going
it's
on?
friggin' hard. Holy shit.
Yeah, there's a party going on.
Yeah.
I'm using my tower shield to defend Caspar from the spears.
Okay, yeah. He
Is that what I sound like at the
Caspar.
bar?
Yes. Yes, it is.
My bad.
And pretty much anytime somebody's not at their PC, it sounds like dog shit. All right,
Well,
so they are trying to use hit and run tactics, and so they're going to scatter into their hidey holes and disappear again. After the combat, once you're able to use some translation and some mental communication, you're able to translate what the halflings were saying, which was that they're doing a special kind of halfling tradition, like a special kind of hunt, where they take on a persona of a beast, of an animal, and they follow very specific traditional hunting methods while in this like animal mental state, and so they're all sort of in a trance, and they're not going to listen to reason when they're in this hunter's trance.
The third one that The third one that I was up on, if he tries to run, I'll do the opportunity attack on them. So that's 6 of them that I've knocked out, and I'm gonna, if they're all in their hidey holes now, the 6 of them, I'll drag back to a pile, and I'll tie them up with my chain.
All right. The halflings are calling this the Beast Think Hunt. During this activity, the hunters assume an animalistic mindset and communicate only in hunting language of simple signals, like hoots and whistles. The intensity of concentration required to prevent themselves from thinking on a higher level results in a penalty to even try to communicate with them telepathically. So even if Ringsight tried to negotiate with them, all he'd get is a bunch of like animal snarls in their minds.
Well, we got 6 of them tied up now. So that was like half of the hunting party, wasn't it?
There's 30 of them actually.
30?
Yeah.
I cast calm emotion on one of them.
All right. Well, I mean, they're all knocked out for several hours, so they're pretty calm. They just got bopped on the head by Taurus's giant hammer. They're not going to be doing much of any thinking.
I send the elemental to harass them in their tunnels.
Okay. You send the elemental in. I feel like 30
He's
halflings.
a large size.
Well, I feel like 24 halflings could defeat an elemental in some tunnels. But it's hard to say.
It's a burrow, is
He
it?
doesn't have to beat them, he's just stalling them.
Oh, he's just like making them keep moving down their tunnels farther away from us.
Keeps them on the retreat. All right, that's fair enough.
I'll have Ulrich watch the 6 of them in case they try to attack the party again, and she'll hold on to the chain, and I will pursue them again.
I feel like they have to be getting pretty discouraged at this point. 6 out of 30, that's like a pretty significant amount of them. Let me roll a morale check for them. Yeah, they don't like this. This is a bad fight. I think they're going to reconsider attacking the party.
I was also one hitting them.
Yes, yes. They're very small and weak.
Yeah, I wasn't just knocking them out. I was one hitting them. One hitter quitters.
Maybe attacking King Kong and Godzilla at the same time was a bad idea.
I don't think they expected me to be that fast. Barbarian.
Okay. So while you were attacking the last one, Taurus, one of the ones that ran away from you is going to use a bonus action to retrieve a glass bottle, like a jar it had in a pocket, and it's going to throw it at your feet. And when it smashes, there's like a little beetle, little angry-looking beetle, and it's going to immediately jump at you.
Okay. Is there a save or anything?
I think there is.
I'm assuming this is a venomous creature or something. But I'm also, I have the, the feast. So I'm immune to poisons. In case it's a poisonous beetle.
I'm pretty sure it's dexterity. Go ahead and roll it while I'm looking it up just to confirm.
Cool. +4. With advantage. Yeah, 22.
22. All right. You dodge the beetle. What do you want to do?
Step on it.
All right. You stomp the beetle. It dies.
Can I grab the beetle?
Well, I mean, it's flat now.
Well, I mean, before instead of stepping on it.
Well, I mean,
Like, is that an option?
you already stepped on it though.
Already stepped on it. Let's move on.
Okay.
In D&D, things that you say you do, you do.
Yeah, that's fine.
That was a sign of peace, man. You ruin it.
Now, agony beetles are really nasty. If they can get into your clothing, they will inflict you with an agonizing bite.
Can they just fireball their hole?
The fire would not penetrate deep into their little hives
No.
there.
Who's is it Grimoire's turn? Wait, no.
I mean, we're kind of out of combat. They're doing guerrilla tactics, so they've run away at this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
so we're just getting out of combat repeatedly.
We got 6 of them. Can we? Yeah, we're just moving on, I guess.
Well, what I said
We're
is
just gonna carry them?
they got demoralized after the last attack. They're losing more and more people every time they attack, so they're getting discouraged now.
Can I send a fire elemental to go and attack them and chase them?
You said there was 30 of them. I'm knocking 3 out per turn. That's fucking 10%.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. They're just retreating.
I'm knocking out 10% of their party every time that they jump on me,
Yeah, they see that it's a losing battle.
and they're not even hitting me at all.
So once you've driven them off, do you continue on your journey?
Yeah, Ulrich is gonna hold the hold on to the. So we have one on each of our shoulders. Our halflings are on our shoulders. One on each shoulder, and she's just gonna drag the chain with the other ones.
So who's leading the charge in this party? Who's in the front?
Orin was in the front last time.
I wanted to be in the front, but Taurus has been kind of leading the charge, just like barging through.
Oren, give me a perception check.
All right.
Sorry to interrupt, but we're gonna end soon.
Very
I'm
soon.
a bit tired. Okay.
I just want to get this encounter done. 'Cause we're getting close.
You say you want me to roll anything, Ninja?
Well, Oren's leading the charge. She's in the front, so he has to roll perception.
If it ever comes up, guys, I can cast Dimension
So
Door.
it's 16.
16? Okay, so Oren, when the party continues on your journey, the halflings actually circled around. A bunch of them went ahead of the party and put some traps in your way. And you actually spotted the traps. So there's a pit trap, and there's also a bunch of snares here that would have tripped up unsuspecting people.
Can I disable these snares?
Sure. Okay, so
I'm
in
gonna-
the first skirmish, the halflings tried spears and they couldn't hit with their spears. So the second skirmish, they did like a trick where they attacked, but they were also planting traps ahead of you, and then they fled again. So maybe now that their traps were unsuccessful and they lost a bunch of their people in the battle, maybe they'll give up.
Okay. So I cut the snares. I reveal the pits. I point them out to the party, and then sneak off ahead again to resume taking point.
And I'll be on the alert like I was before. I want to continue talking to the halflings that are on my shoulder using, what's his name? Caspar to translate, but like when will they give up, basically?
The halflings aren't sure. It's up to each halfling individual to decide how brave he is. Although after such a defeat, many of them would reconsider. Taurus is mighty, and the swing of his hammer can defeat a halfling in a single blow. Clearly, the ones that ran away can see it.
I tell them I'm a Taurus Great Hunter. Make sure that was clear.
I am Groot. I want to pat Taurus on like the
Think,
cat. Good job. Good job.
Ulrich gets a little excited when I say Taurus Great Hunter, so I say it another time. Hercules, Hercules, Hercules. When you pat me on the back of the cab, I treat it like a good game, and I pat you on the butt. Pop.
I travel
knock
5
you
feet.
over.
Yeah, I travel 5 feet.
Why don't you play us a tune?
Huh?
Will you play us a tune? I'd love to be bardically inspired again. I miss it.
Right now?
Yeah.
Does anyone else want a tune? I mean, I'm game.
No, not yet. Let's wait for the
Play music.
Eh, sure, why not? Performance check. 15 could have been better.
I mean, 15's a success anyway.
It's a success, but it's not. And I think Taurus is just like he could have done better. He's heard my
Yeah.
better performances.
I've heard better. Not your best.
No,
Good
I
though.
think my best was like a 32. I performed somewhere. I don't remember.
I think the acoustics are off in here. It's all these jungle cats and all these bugs must be messing up your acoustics.
All these this is racist. They're not elves, so I have no. We haven't seen an elf in a while, which makes Soul very happy.
Yeah.
Hate those guys for personal reasons.
So I guess we keep moving on. Does anybody else have something else they want to do?
Sleep. I got a level exhaustion.
We get to
Are we doing that?
the next point, I guess, maybe.
Yeah,
How we doing?
So there's a halfling village here that these halflings are members of, their tribe. It's not too far from here. And the halflings that you're with, they're going to suggest that you move hastily through their territory and get out of here so as to avoid more conflict.
Okay. Will they steer us? Will they steer us around the village?
Yeah, they'll continue on the path that they were following. The village is like way off the track that you were following. You just happen to be passing it on the way to the Thinkmaker's Citadel in some old.
And I'm
ruins.
guessing that Caspar just got ideas that he just passed a halfling village, so now he knows where a halfling village is, and he's going to try to hunt these guys later. Awesome.
I'm gonna move all the figurines off the board here and change them.
You got one more. Orin's on here still.
Yep.
Taro's here. Okay.
Move these. And I think this one's got to be.
What about the cards? Are
closer.
they still important?
One of the cards had an item on it. I think you want to keep it. The Sash of Defense card.
I'll put it on the side.
Alright, so before we save, I just want to show you the other map that I prepared. So I'm going to pack this one.
Just flex before we go.
Yeah, this will be a sneak peek for next week.
Make sure you're here.
Akarak.
Place again.
Is this a city or is this a tomb or of some sort?
That was the temple that we went and found. Torrance.
Ooh.
Alright, so you're going to finally arrive at Pack, the Thinkmaker's Citadel.
Oh.
Is he the one who has a psionic thing?
This is
What is going on in here?
potentially where Korganard went.
Ooh.
A magic-y place? Oh, I'm gonna love here.
Psionitrix? Well, you gotta remember that one guy we're with doesn't know you're a caster.
Caster Blaster. Yeah. He'll come around eventually. Come on, go.
Well, we were thinking about killing him.
So
Just
you
a
guys
couple hours
are
ago.
following this little stream here into the valley, Pax Valley here, where you start to see a bunch of ruins in among the trees. When you get deep into it, it's pretty impressive, the ruins, like this one over here. And this is a temple to Ral and Guthay. Ral and Guthay are two of the moons of Athos. So this is a moon temple. It's hidden deep in the forest.
Interesting.
Yeah. And you will start to see smoke
Interesting.
fires. You will see smoke fires from the halfling encampment because there are a lot of halflings here.
Interesting.
Why are these tables floating? Oh, do these tables not work? They do
Yeah,
not.
there's like 2 things that didn't work.
Damn it. These are cool tables too. Let me delete them. Broken tables.
It has me to import them in.
Well, it's okay. There's tables on the map itself, so just gotta use your imagination. Halflings sitting around a table. Yeah, there's
Sitting around a table.
But I'll be cool on being in this place next week.
Yeah, I was building this afternoon. I put some work into this. So it's going to be a
Looks pretty cool.
cool encounter for next week. So
On Dragon Ball V.
join us next time on Dark Sun Z. And the stream there.
Ew.